Hello, Internet! I've been told we are live. We are streaming from Weekend Warlords on a Tuesday night. This is your fly casual stream. With me tonight is the one and only...
Rasta Mace is in the house! You thought it was Steve, but it's not Steve.
It's not.
Are you ready for them to start?
We are just tell him to give us 2 minutes and tell him to get going. We'll just explain to everyone what's happening.
Cool.
Just
Stick your head through.
we're literally going to stick our head through and tell them. Evening, Death Rain. Evening, chaps.
Yeah, evening, Adam.
Right,
evening,
let's tell you what's happening. So, the TT overlay that we use for our stream is not going to be updated with Wave 2 until the weekend. But we were like, that's not going to stop us. We're going to bring you a stream. So, what we've got is we've got the basics names of the ships they're using, but we've got no points cost and we've got no upgrades because we can't do that. So, I'll give you a breakdown of what's going on. Ryan is running Venny in a bomber. Venny, I don't know exactly what she does. What she does? You know what she does?
Yeah, so she's got whatever it's called, crossfire formation, or whatever it's called. So if she's defending and the attacker is in a friendly ship's mobile arc,
Right.
She can add an eyeball result to her defense roll.
Right, okay. And she's got Perceptive Co-Pilot, Skilled Bombardier, Ray Gunner, Pattern Analyzer, Tragedy Stimulator, and Proton Bombs. And she's joined by Lullo in an A-Wing. And he has got Heroic, Trick Shot, and Primed Thrusters. And then she's joined by Talisan in an A-Wing with Heroic, Trick Shot, and Ferrosphere Paint. So what Ryan's doing is he's trying out those two upgrades. And he's seeing which one's better.
Yep, he says after a couple of games, I'll know which one I want on both of them, and I think he's got the points spare to do that.
And Tim
So,
will tell you
pretty
about
sensible.
Tom's list.
Yeah, so Tom, my late night X-Men booty call, is playing. Normally Tom's hanging about the shop at like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, do you want a game? And he's like, yeah.
He hangs around a lot of alleys as well.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
So that will explain that random game of X-Men I had in that alley. the other
Public
week.
toilets as well. He likes that.
So he's running Kylo in a silencer with supernatural reflexes and prime thrusters. So we've got a feeling that's going to be a pretty standard.
Yep,
Kylo
it's 102
build.
points.
Yeah, I definitely think that prime thrusters is.
I think that's
solid.
kind of like the minimum.
Yeah,
ready to
it's
go.
solid.
All right, just tell them we're just explaining their list and what's going on, and we're just coming now.
And Blackout, test pilot Blackout, in the silencer with trick shot, proton torpedoes, and prime thrusters. So,
Yeah.
so he's going to be looking to launch a 5-dice torpedo into something with -1 agility.
And that's 88 points, so he's got a 10-point bid.
Yeah, I've got a 10-point
So
bid.
should we let him get going? Do you want to
Yeah,
stick your
let's
head
do
out
it.
and let him go?
Should I get Steve to shout my sex wing?
Yeah.
Theobald,
Watch your hand!
please could we have...
Jesus.
Please could we have a left section? Yeah, come on, do it really. Ready?
Everyone listen.
Let's is the first word. Alright, I'm with you, sorry, yeah, carry on.
They've started now.
Welcome to the must-see... What? What's that?
Oh, just say let's X-Wing. Yeah, and that, believe it or not, is 2 rooms away,
Yeah, and
behind a wall.
And Steve there complaining about the rod is made for his own back.
Yeah.
He just went, do I have to? Really? He's taking his final in the Yavin game seriously against Kev.
Oh, it's all tension in the most exciting format ever seen.
He is.
So, yes, we've got a bomber. Ryan loves bombers. He loves bombers and U-Wings,
He does.
doesn't he?
He does,
He
yeah.
loves bombers and U-Wings.
He does. Yeah, cool, Adam.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah, so Adam's thinking of trying this list at home. So yeah, see how Tom does with it. Do we know which silencer's which?
No.
Because they're both 5s, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and have a look. I shall find out.
I
for
think
you.
that's Kylo down here, mate.
You reckon?
I think so.
Ooh,
I'm
do we
not
know who's
sure.
got initiative as well. Should we find out who's the first player?
Well, he will have initiative, won't he? He will have given Ryan initiative
would
because he's got the bid.
Well, his 5s are moving first as well.
Yeah. It's... Tim slamming the door there for you all. So exciting. I haven't even had a chance to open my first order pack yet, or my
Rasta using his 6th X-Wing sense there.
resistance.
The bottom right is...
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
keep opening
So,
this door and closing it. Like a
yeah,
professional.
just keep smashing it against. Yeah.
It's fine.
So, for those of you staying with us all evening, later we've got a bit of a quiz.
We have, yeah.
We've got a Star Wars trivia quiz coming up.
We have.
It's going to be awesome.
It's Star Wars and X-Wing. I've written some X-Wing questions.
Right, I like it. I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. I'm like super overexcited today because tomorrow my dials launch to my Patreon
awesome.
customers, not to the general public. So those of you that are not a member of my Patreon, you got to wait till Friday. But yeah, I'm super excited. I've been building up to this for well over a year, so I'm on a bit of a buzz. I've had I'm on a diet as well, and today I've had a lot of fruit, and I'm having a smoothie. And I think all those natural sugars, I'm having a bit of a cornholio moment. I am the great cornholio. I need DP for my bunghole.
There's a reference that
The younger
90%
viewers
of our audience will get.
Oh, they'll get that. They're all about the
I was
similar sort
thinking
of
that,
age.
yeah.
Charles is only about 12, though. To be fair, it's only the beard that ages him.
Blackout went fast and barrel rolled towards the rocks.
Yeah.
Yep.
And went, look, I'm here. Come and shoot me.
Yeah, come get me. I'll stay here, I promise.
He's got to be careful
Oh, yeah.
not to be over aggressive with both of those ships because that is not the Kylo of old.
No.
Right, exactly. No. That is not the Kylo of old.
No,
so you need to be a little bit more mindful.
So your boy did well at the weekend, didn't he?
I don't know why you'd even do that. Why you'd bother stressing yourself at that point.
No, he doesn't need to. So your boy did well at the weekend, didn't he?
He did all right.
He did all right.
He did all right, eh?
He did all right.
Do you know he hasn't lost a game of X-Wing for 3 months?
No, you don't play him.
Yeah. The last game of X-Wing he lost was on stream and it was against me.
Oh, what? Yeah.
In the first ever veterans tournament.
Yeah, in the final, yeah. No, it was before the final, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the round before the final.
That's right, they're just randomly letting off fireworks in Loughborough tonight.
Well, it is a Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday, yeah.
So
they heard Steve's Let's
anything
X-Wing.
can
Someone
go.
rushed out to buy some. Thought that shout deserves pyrotechnics.
Greetings, Ulfric, my friend.
Yeah, evening, Ulfric. Thank you for the dad jokes.
We've got Mr. Santander with us.
Yes. Yes.
Other banks are available.
They're for Jack Wamper. So the grey areas.
That's where we put our dice,
yeah,
brother.
showing the Ashley Taylor badge there for the dice. They're actually to be ignored the first few times dice are rolled, and then we generally stand at the door and bellow at the players on stream to put them in.
But to be fair, Ryan's kind of like Ryan's done a bit of streaming with us.
He might get all excited.
He might get all excited.
He's got a bomber on the table.
He's got a bomber that's got Trad Sim and he's just parked an A-wing in front of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was going to say
he's not coming in, Ryan.
He's got.
He's really not.
No, he isn't. But
I would have got right in his grill. I would have boosted. I would have taken the evade, boosted in, and gone, coming in. If you have gunner turned in and you do want to shoot it, shoot it now at this A-wing, not at the easy target.
Yeah, not at the bomber. Yeah. He's boosting as well.
Oh, it's a lot of stressfulness for no reason. They are cool, those new little A-wings.
Yeah, I quite like them actually, and I think those pair are ridiculously cheap. Like they're like 35.
I don't know if that's such a good call.
35 and 38 points
to completely split them like that.
Yeah, so 35 and 38 points naked.
Yeah,
those two aces.
But
PS5.
they just got pretty crap EPTs because I built like my Poe on my phone. And I was like, I'm going to put two A-wings with it. And I ended up going for the one that gets, if it bumps, it's its action.
Yeah.
And the one that gets to rotate its turret. And was like, I can make a more powerful Poe. Because if I took those two, all I'm going to be doing with them is trying to block with them anyway. So I might as well have something a bit lower pilot skill that it's got better, better action pilot abilities. No, you can't. You can fit three naked.
Can you fit them with the 80-point Poe?
I don't know what the 80-point Poe is.
So
I've gone for the full-on Poe with something in every slot.
Right, so Poe with heroic, R4, and then I think just...
I've gone Lone Wolf Poe.
How many points? Basic. This is good radio. This is, by the way. But yeah, just.
I might be on stream. I was going to go on first actually with Boba Guri, and I just did play my Boba friends list a minute ago. Well, not exactly. I'm trying out different things with it just for a bit of fun. But then they were like, no, let's put two Wave 2 streams on, and now I know the quiz is coming. I'm not sure I want to go on the next game. Because
stay tuned in tonight.
Earlier in the
Christmas
store,
fun.
you see, I'm not even in fishing, my brother. It would turn out that I'm not the team captain just because I own the world champion and a couple of trophies. It would appear I'm the team captain because when they started asking Star Wars question, the only person in the room that could answer them was me. All of these slackers.
I've got to say it was impressive as
yeah,
well.
you've been watching too much Star Trek.
That is one thing you will never find me doing.
Good for you. And we can stay friends.
Yeah.
Have they lost the 5 forward green?
No.
They haven't. He's lost the 3 bank green though, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they have.
That's quite big, that is.
Oh,
that 3 bank green
they
was
gave them
huge.
to the A-wing. So the A-wing has a 3 bank green now.
What, these new ones?
Yeah, 3 bank blue. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
So it's still got the hard 2s,
Yes.
but now it's got a faster green bank.
It's got
Nice.
a 3 bank, that's blue, So, so blackout turned away. Although I'm not sure about the hard turn. I think a bank would have fitted, wouldn't it?
Ulfric, I don't know, bro.
Like a bank
I'll
boost?
check with Ash in a second, and if I can't find out for you tonight, I'd recommend messaging John. But let me ask Ash in a minute.
Evening, Salty!
Hello, mate.
YouTube comments are not
Oh,
working.
the YouTube
See,
comment.
by the magic of our stream and our technological levels of ability, someone will post that comment. Within about 5 to 10 minutes, we'll get a message from John at home, and he'll say, "Fixed it."
He might be practicing his flute.
He
though.
might be practicing the flute. Yeah, that's true.
He might be practicing the flute. But at least we're not going to be interrupted by Roid Rage Jim tonight. Yeah. James works at the store.
Okay.
You got to be careful with those pill poppers.
Sure.
He takes a lot of steroids. Like Smarties, he eats them. How did Black Hat end up there?
He did a
in that
hard 2
position?
barrel roll, and I think I think he was just worried about the 2 bank not fitting. And he could have done a 2 bank and then a bank boost, and be in a position to turn in if he needed to later. But no. I'm not going to slam the door anymore. I've stopped it. I've sat down. I am debating whether I need a wee, so that might happen if I can hold out.
Too much information.
No, between the
No
break.
one wants to know about your bodily functions.
It's in relation to slamming the door, because if I can't wait,
You're
then
walking
yes,
a
I
very
will slam
fine
the
line.
door.
You're going to be on a disciplinary soon. Tim.
Rasta's shared with me tonight that he actually grades mine and Steve's.
I do. I go home
performances.
every Tuesday and
and he's going to do a performance review, aren't you?
And
you're going to get a little appraisal at the end
I
of the
won't
year.
be the bloke arguing that I don't talk a lot, but I do occasionally comment on the games.
Fair.
Some relevant comments. I mean, there's no point me going, "Oh, look, Black Hat's there and Kylo's there, and they're all miles away." We'll wait till they get a bit closer. But you two,
no, we never.
You never talk about anything.
We do talk about lots of stuff, just not the game that we're supposed to be talking about.
Sit down wee for a treat.
What's happening? Have you seen the
How is a sit down wee a treat?
It's not
because
in
the
Warlords.
toilet seat. No, but even at home, the toilet seat's cold.
It is cold. It's fair.
So the only time you want to go through the toilet seat warming process is when you've got time to get your phone out and build a few apps, build a few lists. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to sit there.
Quality
You're not going to sit
list
there
building time.
just weeing.
No.
Because you're just like going to open it.
That's right.
Click on faction.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yes, lads. It's the first Resistance, the first sort of stream game ever.
It
I don't
is,
think
for
Mr. Morales
us.
has done it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're better than Mr. Morales.
Because they don't have it, do they?
Dion's
Yeah.
he's not handsome for a start. He hasn't got enough letters in his name. I mean, who has a 4-letter name? Cher?
Ryan.
Yeah. Madonna. Oh no, that's just the one word name.
Yeah.
There's more than 4 letters in that.
That's more than 4 letters.
People that are called Dick,
Glenn.
Glens, all the Glens of the world.
Unless they've got 2 ends. That's before people start commenting.
Dion never let me commentate on his stream when I was in America. They let me on X-Wing Junkies. I had a great time on that.
Yeah, that was
but
brilliant,
Dion's scared
stream
because he
as well.
knows I'd just take over. I'd just take it over.
And
And then they'd have to call it like the Rasta Squadron podcast or something.
To be fair, I think people would listen to that, and I think you'd be a one-man squadron anyway. Oh, hang on, what's happening here?
What's happening here? You can't put it one way.
He wanted to check. He's slave wand. He's got slave one on that. It's fine.
What?
What's happening? Oh, the talon roll.
It's talon rolled. It's talon rolled. It's talon rolled.
That's worked out all right, hasn't it?
That has worked out all right. He's got prime
Tom's
thrusters
a genius
as well.
Tom's a secret genius. That's what just happened. If only prime thrusters let you target lock.
Yeah.
But yeah, I quite like that. I quite like that talon roll now. See, my issue with Blackout at the moment is no advanced sensors.
Yeah, I told you need to build a list where you have a coordinate in it for him,
so that you can coordinate it to move, to do the barrel roll, to get away from the rock that he's facing towards.
Laters, brother. Enjoy your food. Can we not mention food? Because I don't know if I've mentioned it more than once every 10 minutes.
Just
I'm on a diet.
Not me slamming the door.
Got away from it. And just to let everyone know, if there's anyone listening out there, don't know how many viewers you've got, but the January tournament for Warlords, the tickets are now available for Saturday and Sunday as of right now.
Get out there, get your January
the 12th
tickets.
And the 13th of January.
Really, that day?
Yeah, 12th and 13th.
I'm just going mic dead for a second. And we're back.
12th and 13th.
12th and 13th of March.
I've just created the events. They're all up. They're ready.
Just slam the door for Salty.
Slam the door for Salty.
Just slam the door for Salty.
For Salty. What's buzzing? Is the mic buzzing?
Very possibly, because we keep knocking the table.
We had some feedback issues. The problem is, right, is our technical genius isn't here on a Tuesday night. And
it's buzzing worse. Mike is way worse.
Right, let me switch it off and
it's something set to audio.
Any better, guys? Let us know.
See, you wouldn't get this on Gold Squad.
No, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't get this high quality radio. Sounds like you're torturing us.
Oh,
okay.
Now, is that just my voice, or
we are going to just
should we start and
drop
stop?
the mic, and we're going to get Ash and see if Ash can fix it.
Okay. Right, guys, test on the mic. Do you want to just let us know? Any better? Awesome. Mike's back. John as well.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. It was really hard to fix. Apparently, you just unplug it, plug it back in. It's like switching it on and off. What are you doing with the door? Don't hold it open.
Ash going back out.
Nah, leave him in there.
I've got to make the tea.
Leave him in there in his little hobbit hole.
There we go. I didn't slam it.
Oh, look at him! Look at him begging for the obstructed shot. Give me the obstructed shot. I don't think that is obstructed.
Is it?
It better not roll.
Close.
No, it's not obstructed.
So, yeah, you were saying about coordinate.
Did he take a damage?
No,
he's got to focus.
So you were saying about coordinate
for Black Hat. Yeah.
And actually, one thing I've found with list building with First Order is whenever I put a list together, I find myself thinking, I really want coordinate.
Yeah, you got to take. I think you got
because in the transition to second edition, they've really clamped down on the action economy for that faction. It seems like
there's no links, is there?
Yeah,
on anything.
Well, there are, but they're all like linked to rotate.
Yeah, but nothing meaningful.
No, exactly. Apart from getting double reposition with your silencer.
Yeah.
So you tend to find stuff like with a mega leader, you were getting your target lock set up from the turn before, plus your evade from the turn before. Then you could start focusing once you were into the second round of combat. Whereas you can't do
so
that.
Bad.
No, I agree, and I do agree.
How bad was that with Duke? It was horrible.
However, I think a mega leader or midnight without coordinate is really going to suffer because she'll take a target lock. They roll natural.
Pie in the list I've got, it's exactly what I've got is Strident.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So and then the other option, the other thing is like quick draw. Yeah. Like quick draw really wants to coordinate because you want that defensive focus.
Yeah, no, you do.
Like you just need it.
You absolutely need it.
So you want to be
now
able
that
to
he's got not got lightweight frame.
You want to be able to take the focus and then coordinate the target lock, or the other way around. Coordinate the focus, should I say, and target lock. Take the target.
Why don't fruit fill you up?
I don't know, mate. I'm the same. That's why I've had to have some sweets.
Yeah.
And there's some more apples in the fridge.
Yeah.
I've got another banana in the fridge.
Without getting too boring. It's why you're not supposed to have fruit in smoothie form, because you have to have more of it to get that same sensation of being full. It's full. Way more than you would eat.
I've cut all the carbs out of my diet, and I'm so hungry all the time.
But if you ate the amount of fruit that was in there, you'd probably stop after a bit. Whereas because you're drinking it, anyway, that's way too boring.
It's not too boring. They like to hear about our lives. It's what people talk about. If we were at a tournament as friends, we'd be having little conversations about stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. So I just feel like a lot of their ships just need coordinate. But however, that being said, crack on. Sorry, crack on.
Oh, what are you waiting for?
I asked him to hang on and then never said. Well, Ryan volunteered.
Oh, did you pause the time? Oh, crack on, bro. Crack
we
on.
Are
Sorry.
So organised tonight. It's untrue. So I feel like a lot of their ships.
Pie. That's exactly my list. That's what I wrote on the toilet today.
Yeah.
Was Strident, Quick Draw, and Black Hat.
Yeah. So I think I'm.
I know he feels. Listen. Look at it like this, Pie.
Yeah.
Quick Draw's really cheap, and the only upgrade you need to put on him is the gunner
and fire control, maybe.
If you can't afford it in that list.
Probably not.
No, I know you can't. Yeah. It's 1 point too much.
Yeah.
But he's just in your grill, and if you shoot at him, he's going to shoot you twice. And if you've got a coordinate where he's got focused target lock, and then he's not shooting at Black Hat, and then they've still got the Upsilon coming with loads of health and a 4 dice primary, it's one of those it's still really good for the points you're paying.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's like 55 points with the gunner.
Let's remember this as well. Quick Draw was broken as batshit in 1.0 with lightweight frame and everything he could have, wasn't he? How good was Quick Draw? Lightweight frame, fire control system, all of that stuff he came with.
Pilot skill 11.
You couldn't touch him.
Yeah, he was really good.
It was generally like you'd hit him hard and he'd go 1.
Yeah.
And now I'll have my shot and hit you with everything again.
After I've torpedoed.
All of that.
Harpooned you.
So hopefully we're never going to get back to those ridiculously powerful, close to unbeatable ships.
Yeah.
Right. So.
But yeah, I quite like it. I think as well that they've designed the 2 new factions that we've just got with hyperspace in mind.
Evening, Matt.
It feels very much like they've been built for hyperspace rather than for extended.
Right.
So starting that power level, kind of that base level lower, so that as more stuff gets added and you get into more of the kind of combo wing and stuff.
Yeah.
It won't be as rapid an expansion. As it has been for the other factions that have tons of ships already.
I don't think they've nerfed them that much because you look at some of the dial changes. Pie. look how good the SF dial
Oh, the
is
SF
now.
dial's amazing.
The SF dial is insane.
It's really good.
And the game is about positioning, and he is pilot skill 6. And he has got barrel roll.
Yeah.
So there's completely and utterly the possibility to arc dodge with him as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Because a lot of things aren't hyper repositional anymore.
No.
So with the right attack vectors, where you've got people caught with the right angles.
So he's just panicked Lulo with Show You the Dark Side.
Or has he blocked him?
Yeah, it's not going to
That's the problem with a list like this. The problem with a list like this is, I mean, that was a great little block, but oh no, that
what?
he was trying to supernatural reflexes a boost.
Okay. Yep. Because he wanted the bomber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was listening to a bit on the weekend actually, and like obviously like you were discussing kind of that everyone's playing Punishers and everyone's playing Phantoms and all that kind of stuff, and I was thinking about kind of what is it about the current environment that people are disliking so much, because I generally find the games fun, even though there's stuff that feels a bit more powerful than everything else. I generally find the actual fun. It's not like the old days of first edition where the stuff that is better than everything else is a bit more oppressive.
I mean, from my personal point of view, I still very much enjoy flying the list despite losing Black Hat to 4 dust from round range 3 and roll for back. Yeah, trust me, bro. I feel your pain with bad dice. It does happen, and that's kind of that's what you're going to have to live with when you choose to fly a list like that, whenever you're flying a smaller list. So certainly 4 or 5 ships is much easier and softer on the kind of the strain levels of playing than 2 3-ship lists now. But for me personally, it's not so much that I don't enjoy it, it's that the ships I do enjoy, there isn't the wealth of either upgrade cards for their wingmen or wingmen to make a viable list.
Yeah, I think there is a bit of drag.
That's
there's a bit
me
of
personally.
people catching up
to
changing ships and not being able to play the stuff that they played in first edition.
It's not so much not being able to...
Well, their favourite ships.
Just the real powerful ships are
Yeah.
basically these strong jousters.
Yeah.
And I know Whisper and Echo are kind of exceptions and they're multi-repositionals, but actually Vader Crew changes a lot and Triple O changes a lot.
So Vader Crew was the anomaly for me because it breaks a lot of the rules of the game. Like it just does auto damage. It strips actions. You know, it does it gives you a passive modification for your defensive rolls or attacking rolls. So the stuff that was on the list I found was either repositional, high initiative double reposition ships, or like that's doing really well at the moment, or stuff that can get double offensive mods for cheap.
Yeah.
So whether that's Red Line, Paylob, Forlom, and I feel like that's.
I think people are bored because it's not so much there's like these carbon copy lists. There's just these 2 kind of basic list types, and it is the Imperials with, like you said, cheap double offensive mod torp carriers and bombs for control. And then they have access to these incredibly good repositional aces with insta damage, kind of no negatives to the upgrades they carry, or you end up in that scum list, which is all about giving out stress, taking your tokens, controlling the board, right? And the rebels, for me, feel that they struggle. Luke's great and a great ship, a really, really great ship, but he just falls down with his choice of wingmen. And then if you're not willing to take full on 100-point Luke and you try and take good wingmen with him, you end up with the triple X-wing torpedo list or 2 X-wings and a what. And it's that jousty thing. I think people are just a bit like, this is a little bit dull.
I mean, maybe. I mean, people played X-Wing when it was only jousting and enjoyed it.
Yeah, but that was...
So
what you got to remember with that statement, I understand that statement, but remember that at that point there was only 3 waves.
That's what I was about to say.
Whereas at the moment we're at wave 16,
you've been given a taste of other stuff, and now it's kind of slowly being withdrawn.
Yeah.
Apart from the stuff that's abusive at it, but I feel like. So when they went to second edition, they took that second action off tons of stuff. They were like, nope, not even any of that. And then a few things have made it through, and now they are so above the curve that they kind of make it like, well, why would you take that other stuff?
Well,
like, why would you take
look
a naked,
at Simeon's,
why would you take a naked X-wing
Look at Simeon's Whisper.
when
right?
you can take Luke?
He's got a Whisper with Darth Vader crew, number 1,
Yep.
Duke, number 2.
Yeah.
But then this is how he describes it. He goes, Dad, I have a movement phase before anyone moves.
Yep.
Then I move.
Yeah.
Then I can reposition with afterburners.
Yeah.
Then I can reposition again with barrel roll.
Yeah.
And then
And I get focus evade for my troubles
and then I've got an evade straight away sat
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
And if I haven't used Vader, I've got a focus, or
Yep.
I just give you a damage.
Yep.
Then I'll damage you for the second evade.
Yep.
So it's so powerful as a piece.
Yeah, he's just
Comparably
really
to anything else, if it's flown right, it's insanity almost.
Yeah,
Like how you're meant to cope
Yeah.
with that, backed up with something as cheap as Redline, or as
Oh,
cheap
Red
as
Line's
Death Rain.
crazy. Red Line's
Right,
crazy.
but so's Death Rain.
Oh, Death Rain. No, I agree. Death Rain would be on my.
They have
list.
such great
Yeah.
action efficiency; it's unbelievable,
Death Rain
and
would
they
be on my
break a
list
lot
as
of the core mechanics, like Death Rain with I'll spit that bomb, I'll barrel roll,
Yep.
or I'll spit that bomb, I'll take the focus, and I'll just stay where I am.
Yep.
So I've got my action. I'm shooting you with missiles. I've blown you up with insta damage. The Whispers popped in. There's another insta damage.
Yep.
Batter you at range 1 and kill you, and it just so quickly falls apart against lists like that.
So I feel like the dilemma with the January points changes. I feel like if you increase the points of the stuff that is doing that at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you increase the points of either reposition lasers or the things that joust efficiently or get focus target lock really efficiently.
Yep.
Then you bring everybody down to the level where they're like, well, I can only focus, or I can only do this. And then, like you said, is lining up and jousting as exciting as getting double mods?
No, it isn't.
Do they find a way to either make Rebels cheaper or introduce a few more? But the problem with introducing more passive mods or more ways to get focused target lock is you end up in first edition where everybody's got it and you just get hyper accurate guns.
Yeah, no, I get that, and I don't think I'm arguing for that.
No, I don't think you
And
are.
I
No, I don't
actually
think you are.
See, like when I watch someone like I'm watching Simeon play the list he's playing. For me, I'm not looking at the list going, "Oh, I'm really upset you've got Phantoms," and I think Phantoms are broke. I don't think Phantoms are broke. I think they're great ship, and they take a high skill level to pilot properly. I think it's.
We've got a rear arc shot from the A-wing.
Oh, really?
Cool. And it's Lulo when she's stressed as well.
Because it doesn't have a fixed front primary.
No,
does
it doesn't have.
It's only where the turret's
It's got a
pointing.
turret primary, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's got a turret primary, so it doesn't have a front arc weapon at all.
Okay.
Unless you
It's
give
kind
it.
of funky, right?
Yeah, I love it. I think that's a really cool mechanic. I think one of the things that they're doing with these mechanics is just is brilliant. Like it fails a way to bring new mechanics into the game, but go kind of lateral, like so that like having a rear or only a turret on your ship, like it's not more powerful than everything else. It's just different. Which
Yeah,
I really
adding
like.
something
That.
in that's more powerful.
No, exactly. Yeah.
More powerful. And more
Yeah,
powerful.
exactly.
So, do
Yeah.
you think we're just going to be seeing in points balance in January, or will there be any slot modifications you'd like to see thrown out there as well? I think slot modifications is definitely a way to go about affecting certain things.
I think currently the only one that would be on my list would be sensor slot from the Punisher.
Yes, I agree with you on the sensor slot.
And advanced sensors. Yeah. Advanced sensors on Redline is ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree that sensor slot.
I think that's the only one that would be on my radar. I think.
I mean, for me
so
personally, I thought Trad Shim should have been limited.
Just to
We've
the
got
bottom.
into this point where we're at this, like, they've gone, no, you know what, we're going to keep you time specific and a bit fluffy. So you can't, because, I was instantly building Ray yesterday, just on the toilet, seeing what do you do with Ray?
Yeah.
And I was like, where's Kanan? Oh, I can't put Kanan.
No
right,
Kanan.
because Kanan would pair amazingly well with Ray.
Yep.
But they've gone, no, it's wrong
Sorry,
time period.
Charles is just saying leave Death Rain alone.
Nah, Death Rain.
No, I think.
I think that trajectory simulator should only have gone on the BSF bomber
And
because
Death
it was
Rain-
built into the ship.
Death Rain would still be able to do is drop a bomb,
Yep.
focus,
Yep.
move,
Yep.
target lock,
Yep, I
and
agree
still
with you.
and still fire a torpedo with focus target lock.
They're such cheap chassis. That's the thing. Where they're like these little filler ships that are really heavy powerhouses as well, but they cost nothing to make them a powerhouse. So they leave you enough points to take 2 other ships with them and a bid.
unbiased voice of Charles Burkhold there saying, "Kill Redline though. Leave Deathrain alone, but kill Redline." So Ryan's got good position on this bomber. He's in the side arcs. He's not going to get bombed.
Right, sorry, no, you mean Thomas has got good position.
Sorry, Thomas. Yeah, Thomas. Yeah, sorry. So I think Tom's got good position here on this bomber. You know, he's got an attack run this round, do some damage.
I'm surprised Ryan's not running the bomber that lets him put it anywhere.
I'd said exactly the same thing to him, and he looked a bit sad that I'd said that I didn't.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. Initiative 5 on Red Line is way too much. I agree with you.
Well, it's initiative 5 with advanced sensors is massive. Initiative 5 without advanced sensors is good if you've got if you can give away initiative.
They've done too many initiative 5s.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like the tables are flooded with 5s. Because look, how many people have you seen Flying Vader apart from me? A handful, maybe 2 or 3 after the last 3 months. So the only 6s we really see are Fenrau,
Soontir.
Fenrau and Sontir, but even Sontir is a rarer case, certainly in the meta-wear scene.
Yeah, I agree.
But really, the 6s are not that far. You get Wedge, but Wedge isn't an ace.
No.
Wedge is just, I'm going to shoot at 6.
I quite like that, though, because it feels special when you get an I6 on the table. Like,
no.
I6,
I agree with you, but what I'm saying is I don't think they made 5 important enough. I think they just went loads of 5s, right?
I agree.
Where it should have been kind of loads of 4, and 5 was still a bit special. So it was reserved for the Lukes, the Whispers.
We've got that weird.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? The old Terox. But it wasn't, right, let's have another 3 X-Wings that are 5. Let's have 3 of those Y-Wings that are 5. Let's have loads of 5s.
Yeah.
Because, I just think that 5 kind of got devalued.
Well, you've also got that weird kind of thing going on that we got a bit in first edition where your I2s are generally ignored and your I4s are generally ignored. Like, you've got to have a good ability to choose an I2 or an I4. Like, because if you're taking I1s, if you're taking swarms, you might as well take I1 because it makes no difference. Whereas, and the I4 is like, it's not I5 and it's not I6, obviously. Like, the I3s are getting played because there are some really good abilities, like Paylob and Forlom. Yeah. But you don't take them because they're that initiative.
No, you take them because of what they do. Because suddenly, in a game where we weren't meant to have a stress mechanic, we've got a ship that has a stress mechanic.
I like Forlom. And not just because I've played him. But
I like Forlom, but he's incredibly oppressive when it's put on the table with Palob.
I like playing against him because he makes you think in a different way, and it's not.
Right.
Is that the,
do you know? I've only seen in all the games of 2.0 we've had since release, and all the tournaments we've put on and been to, I've only seen a single TIE aggressor on the table out of all the lists.
It's just terrible.
It's the same as the Psyche. They're 2 ships that are literally have had no playtime, and people will go B-Wings. But I've seen people play B-Wings, and a couple of the named characters are really cheap, and they're actually not a bad ship.
Yeah.
They're not great, but they're certainly not as bad as the 2 that I just mentioned, where people have just gone, not even a consideration.
No.
I mean, the Sykes are clearly overcosted for what they do, and the health and all of that.
Yeah.
Clearly overcosted.
They're
not seeing any play at all.
No. I mean, and for... like, don't get us wrong, for all this talking we're doing about second edition, like I said before, like, we're just talking kind of purely analytically, or about sort of gut feelings about stuff. Like, we're still enjoying X-Wing. Like, it's X-Wing, and it's much better than the end days of first edition. You know, I don't think I've played a game of X-Wing that I've not enjoyed since second edition came out.
For me, though, the end days of second edition were dominated probably by the list you won't expect me to say, because there was only really one list that I found was a real nonsense, and that was Ghost Fen.
Yeah.
As much as Nim Miranda was like everywhere and an insanely good list, I found Nim Miranda, given I had options to beat it, regardless, with flying. Because
I'd agree with that. But
it was up to you to not be where it wanted you to be. But Ghost Fen was something that.
Oh yeah, it was just the reach on that TLT.
It was insane. It was kind of like, here's a guaranteed 4 damage every turn.
Tom just using the patented. I'll put my fingers down on the board to see if this one boost is where I want it to be.
Was he doing that?
No, he was just thinking, but he did it subconsciously.
Bad man.
So,
Ooh, it's okay. It's Kylo.
yeah, he's all right.
Let's go there. I'll have a little boost, and I'll be fine.
No consequences. Not a problem.
Look, for me, so nothing that's come out in Wave 2 has particularly excited me, or I've gone, here's my new thing.
Yep.
I'm holding off for Jedi.
Yes.
Jedi
Yeah,
will be,
well, I
have
know
got
you
me
are,
like
yeah.
written all over them.
Yeah.
They'll
Anakin
give
and
me
Obi-Wan.
exactly what I want. They'll give me lots of reposition, balls to the
Yeah.
wall flying.
Yeah.
I'll have those classic moments where you're like, did you see that? Did you see the move I just pulled? Changed everything. I ain't getting as much of that as I want. I've been enjoying Boba the past week or so.
Yeah, Boba's really cool.
If my dice behave themselves, he's amazing. When my dice don't, he can go down really, really quickly.
Yep.
It seems every bobber I play against, they have the opposite
Just lives
problem.
forever.
He lives forever.
Just lives forever.
Mine dies.
Yeah, limps off and you never see
Dude,
it. And
I get you're loving it, but I couldn't swap out Rexler for Inquisitor for all the money in the world. Rexler with collision detector is such a tank. He's insane.
and for me as well, like as soon as you're going to kind of push away from that defender, taking up all the points, you might as well be playing. Is Inquisitor I5? So
yes,
you might as well be
I5.
playing Soontir, Redline, and get a third chip.
Yeah, I agree with you. But yeah.
Because I think that's why you're not seeing a lot of Vader. Is because Soontir is so efficient for like half the points cost.
Yeah, Vader. Well, you don't
For
get-
me,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Even though,
Everyone's going to get them.
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you, dude.
But top two get the acrylic one.
I've already got it.
Like so like Soontir's half the points. Like Soontir's nearly half the points, and then you get you can take Vader crew.
Yeah,
And
look.
that's why you're not seeing Vader as much.
Vader crew is the reason you're not seeing Vader pilot.
Yeah.
Because Vader pilot's a lot of fun.
Yes.
He's a lot of fun
he is.
to
I
fly.
mean, but that's what I was flying originally. And
He's
when
so
it
much
first
fun
cracked
to
open
fly.
The Empire box.
But Vader crew is so incredibly overpowered.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That it is ridiculous. They need to push Vader crew to 30 points at a start. And see going forward. But why not?
I agree. It just feels drastic, but
I don't
do
think
somewhat
it's
agree.
drastic
I
because
think
most of the people that I know that are running Vader crew, I say 30 points to them, and they're like, "Yeah, if I could find the points for it, I'd still take it."
I feel like for that. Now this is the difference between like just.
I'm not sure what is Krasik's. Hold on a second. What is Krasik's?
So Crassus Trellix is he can shoot. Oh no, am I thinking of the right one?
Hold on.
He
Just
can
give us
shoot-
a second.
he
I'll
can
find it on my phone.
Secondary weapons out of his backside, I think. Maybe. So
Vader crew is
so you can't
range
do it
1
0.
to 2.
No, he's 0 to 2.
Oh, whatever it is, it's still 1
so
to
you
2.
can bump. He's saying you can bump and still use it.
No,
However,
no.
for me, so with points increases like
It's not enough of a change.
So with points increases like that, that's the one thing that I feel like points increases can't do because
What?
because you're saying like obviously like you'd be happy with him at 30 points, but
I'd
essentially
be happy with
that
him
means
not
you'll
being in the game.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That means you will never see him in the game.
Yeah, but they've done that to Luke Skywalker Gunner straight away. They open the bat off
Well, I know, but
by basically going, here's a
Right.
prohibitive amount of points on an upgrade
Yeah,
card
so-
because we don't want you to take it.
So let me finish. What I'm saying is, this is where I would prefer just ban it, just ban that Vader card, and then in future expansion, just release a new Vader, and like go back to like first edition Vader, where he takes damage to deal auto damage.
This was my argument about Vader
because
that the original Vader crew there was a negative to using it.
I
literally
like
can't
original Vader
find
crew.
any. There is. This is the problem with the card. That's why I don't think it's fairly costed.
agree.
Is there's no. Do you know what? I don't think Whisper should be allowed to carry a crew. Period.
That's another slot that could do
Or
with being
Vader.
looked at, actually,
Vader should be maybe limited to big ships.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Why would Vader be? Can you imagine how terrified Whisper would be with the Dark Lord of the Sith sat behind her,
Yes.
going, "I didn't like that manoeuvre. I'll just force choke you to death." Or maybe there'd be maybe if you used Vader, you had to roll, and if you got, I don't know, focuses and blanks, you just force choke your own pilot.
Sorry, so Bonsai's saying, yeah,
It's special attacks
so
out the
Crassus, yeah, special attacks out the rear.
Yeah, but what? I don't rate heavy laser cannon. You can't even use a heavy laser cannon out of the rear, so you're limited to a tractor beam or an ion cannon.
You can, it's got a missile slot, has it? Slave 1 definitely gives you a torpedo slot, so you could do proton torpedoes out of the back.
It's all right, I suppose, but Bobber's so good.
Bobber's just ridiculous, yeah.
It's so good.
Do you know what? Stuff like that, I'm really okay with. I'm all right with.
Yeah, do you know what?
Like
what
Vader
about,
being the best.
I agree. What about making him too screw?
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like the idea of him sat in a
that's-
little ship. He should be in a transport ship.
So this is the kind of thing that points cost can't fix, because either it's still too cheap, or it's it's prohibitively expensive.
The problem with this, you see, the problem with
errata can
about
fix
making
problems.
Vader 2 crew
Yeah,
slots,
that's what I mean.
but you can't do that.
You can errata it.
Yeah, but you can't because it's printed on the cards.
No, but you can.
But they
we've had
don't-
erratas before.
I get it, but they don't want to.
They might have to, because
Then you're left in that situation
I feel like
where you either outprice it or you ban it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like this shouldn't be as rigid in that design philosophy, because they should be looking at doing both approaches. Because the problem with points is when you introduce a mechanic, when you introduce something into the game that just breaks the rules like Vader does, that is so powerful that, like I said, that your only option with points is make it unplayable or make it so cheap that everyone you can't. There isn't really a balancing point, because it'll either still be in people's lists, in every Empire list or majority of Empire lists, or it won't be in any of them at all. Whereas with errata you can fix that. So, like, say for example, if the Rebel A-wing isn't seen play, you can drop points or add slots, and that might make it work. You don't need to errata or anything, but Rebel A-wings don't break the rules, or they don't have a negative that is so diminishing that changing their points won't do anything. Does that make sense? So both approaches, I feel, would lead to a better balance. In terms of what they do in terms of trying to make certain ships less powerful or certain upgrades less powerful.
No, I wouldn't be happy with TLT coming back.
I've thought about this actually.
No, I wouldn't. No. TLT unfairly punished anything that wasn't Agility 3.
I agree.
If you were Agility 2 or Agility 1, it basically spelt 2 damage every time it shot.
I agree. I think we could do with with turrets how they are, a range 2 to 3 turret would be interesting. But I agree with you. I think
no. Let's bring back TLT.
No, it doesn't have to be TLT where it fires twice, but a range 2 to 3 turret. So they can't fire it at range 1. I think would be quite interesting, because you have options to avoid a turret arc now. Like, we're not talking about a bow tie turret or a you wouldn't.
No, I get it. It'd be a single turret.
Yeah, single turret.
That's how I feel about TLT.
No, I agree.
From the minute TLT appeared on the scene, TLT was just a pain in the bum.
Yeah. Kevin and me played our first game with 4 TLTs on the table.
So bad.
Yeah.
God, I remember that time.
Just deleting
the dark times.
The B-wings. Yes,
the dark times.
The dark times.
Oh, you got quad TLT. I got quad TLT. You got quad TLT. I got quad TLT.
So Kylo has only got 3 hull. So he's done 3 damage to Kylo in return for 1 damage to Lulu, I think.
No, they've not updated, because I know that A-wing just took a damage and that had already lost. Just check their updated stuff.
Updated stuff. Right, are you updating overlay? Yeah, there's just no damage. There isn't any damage.
I've no idea if they're coming back. I don't know. I'm not a developer. I'm not privy to that information. Harpoons are coming back.
I would have thought so.
I bloody well hope not.
They might do the harpoon missile upgrade. It's never going to do what it did before.
No,
never.
Well, no, now all proton torpedoes pretty much do what they did.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 seconds on that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so they're just updating the overlay now, and all that happened was Lulo lost a shield. So Tom's Kylo is in a bit of a bad way. He's got 2 A-wings closing in on him, but the bomber is pretty heavily out of position up in that in the middle of the board. So the bomber's probably going to do a hard 2 and carry on circling round. And he's got prime thrusters. It's got prime thrusters on Kylo. Yeah. So
it's written on my thing.
So it's going to be hard to block him.
Yeah, primed on Kylo.
So
well, if you're taking supernatural and you're not taking primed, you're missing the point.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. So this could be a turn when Tom manages to sink some damage into those A-wings, I think.
Well, one of the A-wings is on one hull.
Yeah.
What has he done?
What's that?
He's not taking the shields off Talisan.
He has taken. No, because he thinged him, showed him the dark side.
Oh, what a stinker!
Yeah. Yeah, showed him the dark side, then got the crit through. So yeah, he panicked him to take the hull. So if you can do that again, you can just kill an A-wing outright, can't he? So.
Oh, that could be a tasty little block. But if Kylo's hard-2'd, that could also get a very big shot in the face. I know I would have hard-2'd with Kylo. Little focus barrel roll or a focus boost. So, internet, I'm going to bust out a question.
Yeah, we're going to...
There's anything currently the Resistance you're excited for, or is it all Republic you're looking forward to?
I think that's addressed at you.
I was like, oh, Poe's come in, I'm going to get my Poe back. And like, I get he can be nice and he could be really useful, but he's not got the wingmen to go with him.
Luke's your Poe, isn't he?
I just think Luke's kind of just as good in some respects.
Yeah, he is.
If Luke had prime thrusters, he'd be just as good.
Oh, he's amazing.
But yeah, I don't know. No, I've never been a Rey fan anyway. I don't like flying Falcons like that, so I was never excited about Rey. I never put a BSF on the table because bombs are just boring. So none of those things excited me. I was excited about Kylo. I had a stint running Kylo, Sontir and Wampa back in 1.0, and I love that list. So Kylo's definitely going to see the table for me. That's probably where I'm going to be at.
So that's red now, isn't it?
I kind of like that black hat quick draw list I wrote.
Yep.
And if I was going to run Kylo, I'm probably just looking at running like a really tooled up Kylo with 3 PS1 FO ties straight out of the film and just going, I don't care, I'm going to have a load of fun with it.
Yep.
I think I'm at that joyous position at the moment, especially where I'm majority of the time I'm just playing at the store in tournaments. I've got my coin.
You've got your coin, you've got your worlds in.
I can just mess about.
Sorted, put your feet up.
A little bit, put my feet up. So look, right, we got some questions. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a random question out of this. This is the Trivial Pursuit Bite-Sized Star Wars add-on. It's got a cool dice. I really like that. Cool. And I'm going to ask you guys in the chat a question. It's just for fun. There's no prizes involved here. If you want prizes, you need to tune in next Monday for Rasta and Ash.
That's right.
Oh, and by the way, of course, and I do own the champ. Next Monday, if you can, you want to watch Rasta and Ash. We got a special Rasta and Ash. You're going to love it. I'm not going to say any more than that. Right.
So please, just before Rasta reads the question, please email your answers for the competition to carolinacrates@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And the... Pick a colour, Tim, because I don't even know what colours they are.
I forgot about that.
What colours are they?
This one. Well,
what that?
Have you never played Trivial Pursuit and known what the colours are?
No. I can't tell. I know that's yellow, right? That's yellow?
Go with that one then, yeah.
No, but that's yellow.
Yeah.
Out of those 3, I don't know which one's green or brown.
So your first question, Internet, is What are the colours in a game of Trivial Pursuit? Just for Rasta, in the order that they appear on the card.
Yeah.
There you go. Somebody enlighten Rasta. Or shall I just tell you?
Like, that's grey, right?
Pink.
Pink, of course it is. They don't care about.
They don't care, do they? Go on.
So here's my
read
question.
them in
I'll
order.
I'll do the whole card.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, first question. Pin your luggos back. Get ready. This is for a limited edition Rasta hug next time you see me. Right. Who headed up Darth Vader's task force for the Battle of Hoth? I'll read you that question one more time. Who headed up Darth Vader's task force from the Battle of Hoth? And no Googling it.
They're Googling.
Incorrect. Ha ha! I love when they get it wrong. That's what all the plebs said.
Is it before? Yeah, no, I don't think he said before the battle.
Oh, who headed up Darth Vader's task force before the Battle of Hoth? Did I say for the Battle of Hoth?
Yeah.
Before the Battle of Hoth. But before the Battle of Hoth.
No, I'm with you. But they're giving it a go, and I like it.
Come on, more answers.
I don't think they're going to give us any answers.
I'm going to give them a 10-second. 10, 9.
They didn't come here for quizzes.
8. Ozzel Death Rain!
Yeah!
Boom!
One internet point
One
and a free
internet
Rasta
point.
hug.
One internet point to
To
Charles.
Death Rain.
Charles gets a hug.
I like it.
I say goodnight to Charles every night.
It is Admiral Ozzel.
It is Admiral Ozzel. Right, second question. What colour is Zam Wesell's speeder? That's the bounty hunter from episode 2. Yes. What colour is Zam Wesell's speeder? I'd be scuppered when they
I was
ask
about to
colour
say,
questions.
do you know the answer
No?
to this?
No.
Do you know the
Dude, I
colours of
didn't
the
even know what
lightsabers?
colour Boba Fett was until I started painting.
You did actually
Boba
ask
Fett.
us.
Yeah.
You did
What
have to
colour's
ask.
his helmet?
Yeah. So, guys, I'm painting a
Like-
movie accurate Boba Fett.
What
Can you tell me what
colour's
colour
alright?
Slave 1 is?
So what colour is Zam Wesell's speeder? Yeah, YouTube chat's not working, my brother. And we do not have the technological skills to pay the bills.
I think
Bonsai
Kai was right.
was Kai before that.
He said green, yeah.
Kai, point to Kai for
Yeah.
green. Well done, mate.
It is green. Just now we've established this, everyone is going to shout out answers on stream when we do our quiz.
Awesome.
Our very serious,
So-
high-end quiz.
Next question, the yellow category, because I know this colour. What does Yoda tell Luke he will not need in the tree cave? What does Yoda tell Luke he will not need in the tree cave? Death Rain! That was fast!
He will
2
not need
points
his
to Death Rain.
weapons.
Weapons,
Yeah.
his weapons. Well done, even literally the words.
Yeah.
Okay, next category. Where did Obi-Wan tell Luke to find Yoda? Right, it's a pretty easy one, guys.
You not need underpants in the tree.
Bloody Spurgeon. You can't take nothing seriously. The Dagobah system. Well done, mate.
Well done, Charles. Charles is just fast on that keyboard.
Charles is
isn't he?
on 3
He's
points.
like lightning.
Right. Next question. Get your fingers ready. What planet is inhabited by snakes, lizards, and flying pterosaurs?
Yeah, very good.
Well, I didn't pronounce the P.
I liked it. You concentrated on it, and I liked
did.
it. It's good.
Dagobah! Another one to K.
Just K and Death Rain playing tonight.
That's
It's
weird.
like-
I've not like. It's a bit weird that they had the same question twice.
Yeah.
Right. Last question. Who, according to Yoda, must have the deepest commitment and the most serious mind?
It's got to be a weekend warlord, right?
Who, according to Yoda, must have the deepest commitment and the most serious mind? That's like the opposite of our hashtag.
Yeah, just turn up when you want and just play for fun
Just
if you want
win
to.
worlds with no shoes on.
Yeah, when you haven't played for anything.
Just walk in the morning and go, yeah, I think I'm going to win worlds today.
That's right.
Yeah, I've decided I'm going to. A Jedi!
It is K.
K got it.
K.
So, we have a draw. We have Charles the Punisher Burkhold and K the electronic pocket animal both on 3 points. Well done, guys. Well done. We may give you one more round of that a little bit later.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, should we leave them hanging?
Oh yeah, they're not having another round now.
So after this game, we are going to put a game online, but we're going to do a quiz, and it's going to be for definite. Someone still I didn't get a point for green and yellow. It's like Christmas Day.
No, I'm not. You're not
it.
getting. The only people that gets a point is the first answer.
I like it.
You don't get points for second and third.
To be fair, the answer on the card was just green.
It was just green.
So I think he does deserve the point for that. But however, this is just like Christmas Day, where someone's like, "Well, I can't believe you can't believe you gave him that answer.
I can't believe you built a hotel there.
Yeah. You built a hotel on my Death Star. I'm not having it. Yeah. So. It is just like Christmas Day. So for those of you lucky enough to be coming down to Leia, I think during pizza we are going to be... Leia. So...
Right, so yeah, after the Leia tournament, we're gonna be putting a post up. Any of you that are coming to the Leia tournament, this is the plan, and this is what we do every year. That you're welcome to bring with you any cakes and sweets and bottles of beer and spirits and rum. The alcohol side of things is for after the tournament, right? We would not be encouraging drinking during the day, but at the end of the tournament, we won't. There'll be no drinking really. It's just a child-friendly environment.
I'm laughing at Bonsai. He's still complaining about not getting.
So at the end of the day, I'll put a little post up. Anyone that wants to stay after we finish the tournament, if you want to stay, it's £10 each, and that £10 goes towards a massive Papa John's order. And we put all the money together, and we order as much pizza and garlic bread and pop that we can afford. Yep. And it was loads. It was like, do you remember? It was like 4 tables.
I don't remember because I was throwing up on the bathroom floor.
There was pizza everywhere. It was amazing. And then at that point, we either crack out the board games, all sit down as a great big family and eat our dinner together, or Tim's had the great idea of...
I've got a quiz ready to go, so we're gonna do a little prototype tonight and see if it's any good. And if we can find out a way of me reading the questions in a proper pub quiz style.
Oh, we could pair off into teams.
That would be awesome. And
do all teams. Secretly answered.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I've never done a pub quiz.
And
do you know that?
Are you ready?
I'm a pub quiz virgin.
Are you really?
I've never done a pub quiz.
Amazing. Well, we'll deflower you.
Oh,
after
awesome.
Leia.
Video it.
So
put it on my YouTube.
Just 3 words to any. This might get the quiz aficionados on listening tonight a bit. They might get a bit too excited. But
go on.
But 4 words. That's not in the quiz.
Tim just used his fingers.
I did. 4 words. Arts and crafts round. Raster's jaws just hit his I'm
definitely coming to later.
Yeah,
and like I love the idea of Pizza Banquet and Cards Against Humanity. The problem is there's going to be quite a lot of children here, and Cards Against Humanity is not a game that you want to play in front of kids. We can explode some kittens.
Exploding kittens.
We can get some bears versus babies, but I think
I've not played that.
It's basically the same.
It's basically exploding kittens, right? Yeah.
But Cards Against Humanity might be a little bit too strong for Jude and for Scarlett and all of that. Yeah. And there'll be little ones that they don't need to hear that. They can Google it if they want to know that sort of stuff. Yes, you did. What are you talking about?
In the quiz.
You came down last time with my hair on and everything.
He did.
Did you see it? It's awesome.
That is amazing. Yeah, no, well
done.
Yeah,
you need to send us the address of where you got that so that I can get 56 of them to put on one of each team member.
That was also the original plan for UKTC, wasn't it?
We all had it.
No, the original plan for UKTC was because you would be in America.
No, the original plan for UKTC.
Tearing up Coruscant.
No, yes, right. But then there was another plan where I was gonna wear we were gonna make like a yoke that had a big wooden pole, and you'd all come with coat hangers in your t-shirts.
I like it.
So because
it
you're,
looks like
obviously
playing,
the hanger-ons.
That's right.
Yes,
yeah.
right.
So it looks like, or just so it looks like you're playing our games and we're marionettes.
Hey James, who's Belaine 17?
Ben Lane.
Shirts with
It's
Leia.
Ben Lane.
Oh yeah, shit. That's really is it. Belaney. I've called him Belaney.
It took me a couple of
Were
reads.
the shirts with Leia not allowed with it being Disney IP?
I don't know. Have they been taken down?
What shirts with Leia?
It's an advert for shirts by Weekend Warlords. It didn't. If the mouse is listening, this didn't happen today. But an advert with for the Leia charity logo thing we've got going on a T-shirt went up today. It came up in my Facebook, but I don't know if they've been taken down or what.
Oh, I don't know.
Unfortunately, I've been at work like all day, and then we come to Warlords, and it's where the internet goes to die.
Yeah, you guys
so we don't see any of that.
You guys
stuff.
pay a lot of attention.
Plus,
look, there's only literally 2 pages you need to bother with, right? One of them's the Weekend Warlords X-Wings page. The other one is Rasta Mace painting. All the rest just pale into comparison. They're all just arguing with each other.
But we're not those people, though, are we? We aren't those people that stand at a table playing X-Wing with our phones out.
No, what are you talking
on
about?
the internet
So
and
rude.
texting.
No,
we're there for the game and for the opponent, aren't we?
No, we're absolutely there for the game and for the opponent.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm never playing Jamie Bradley again, though.
I did hear your game against
His
Jamie.
dice are insane, man.
You should have seen mine against Ash. They were ridiculous.
No, so were Jamie's. Every roll was triple evades, quad hits, no mods, no re-rolls, every time.
Yeah.
It was like, Jamie, I can't. And I was like, let me try your dice. Blank, 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 blank. And I was like, my God, it's just me. I've got unlucky hands.
Yeah. So in this game, it seems that Tom is using the old tactic of get down on points and then run away.
But has he?
Yeah, he's got half points on both the silencers, and he hasn't got any points.
No, not the silencers. I'm saying that he hasn't got any points on Ryan. You keep saying the wrong people.
Tom. No, I said Tom was using of getting down on points and running away.
Oh, that's no good.
That's
not how you play this list.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the wrong way to do it.
Has that happened?
Yeah.
Has he just had some atrociously bad dice rolls?
He's been running a lot of the game, and in second edition, range 3 is not your friend. Like you think range 3 will be your friend, and it's not, and you will take 1 damage, 2 damage. So he's been just plinking away at him, and just taking pot shots here and there, and taking little bits of damage off him. There's 15 minutes left, so it's just going to be hard to get his points back from 2 half-pointed punishers, isn't it?
Well, you've got to kill the bomber and half point at least.
Mind you,
one
to
of
be
the
fair, he
aliens.
did say the punisher. He did say the bomber's like over 100 points.
The bomber's 106 points. Lulo's 48 points,
Yeah.
and Talisan is 43 points.
So if he kills the bomber, he wins.
So let's give you a... that's what's happening. He just got 4 blanks and a
Okay.
focus.
Fair enough. All right, so what? Kylo's gone down to 2, or is it Blackhead?
So let's do the maths on this.
Yeah. So if he kills,
That's 51.
I think he's
and
got
that
100.
is
I think Ryan's currently got
44.
100 points.
Hold
I think.
on, and that would be 53,
99 points.
and that would be 24, and that is 22. So, let's see something. So, Ryan is currently sitting on 95 points, and Tom is currently sitting on 0 points.
Yeah, but if, like I said, if he kills that bomber,
Yeah, he'll win.
he'll win. So that's what he needs to do.
That's his his win condition.
Yeah, and he's got 15 minutes to do it in, which
He
is
just-
doable.
Yeah, he
which is
just
doable.
needs to hammer it. And,
yeah.
and is that blackout? No, it's not. It's Kylo.
Yeah.
That's Kylo. 2 hits. Looks like 2 hits. Yep. What was that for a roll, Ryan? It was atrociously.
And he's gonna
Spend a focus, take no
add
damage.
an eyeball. So this is where me laughing at Ven is actually going to help Ryan out, because as long as he can keep those silences in his turret arcs, he's going to just keep adding eyeballs and focusing up his defense dice, and keep that thing's going to take longer than 15 minutes to kill. Unless he can get a torpedo off. I don't think we've seen Blackout get a torpedo off yet. I'm going to go and just give Thaddeus a shout.
Right.
And find out how the Battle of Yavin finals go.
Go and have a word. Oh my God, Sharp Bro, I don't know how to get into where's the thing you click to pull up the chat?
He's talking about Jan Ors and Lieutenant Blount, I think.
Yeah, Blount in that setup is insane. With Jan Ors and Blount's ability and trick shot and yeah, it's horrid. I don't know, I'll let you know soon, guys. I don't know if there's so much a final, but it's just done over rounds and then the guy that's won at the end, you don't get to play everyone, there's not enough rounds. I did watch Ryan once play Tim Marsden while he's not in the room with his ghost with trick shot. Ended up at range 1 behind a rock against Super Luke, and Ryan out of hand with a focus hit him for 6. I think there was 2 crits in there. Luke blanked and one of the crits. Oh no, he didn't blank. He rolled an eyeball on 3 dice, spent it, but then one of the crits was double damage, and Super Luke just went pop. So he's now affectionately known as One Shot in the group chat. I was just telling him about when you got one-shotted.
It gets mentioned every week.
Oh, you've all heard it? Oh, I didn't know.
So, Ben, the Yavin final is between Steve of the stream fame, Thaddeus,
and
Theobald, and our favourite Wookiee,
Kev Bellamy.
Yeah, Kev Bellamy. So Kev is
Ryan
playing.
been beaten?
Yes.
Ryan must have been beaten.
No. Oh no! So it isn't
It isn't
technically
a
the
final.
Yeah, it isn't
because not
technically the
everyone
final.
plays everyone. There
No.
isn't enough rounds. There was too many people. But
Yeah,
it's
there
just
was 3 rounds.
You get paired up like
yes,
Swiss,
sorry,
and then
Ryan
at the
could
end,
win. Yeah, Ryan could win.
Ryan could
but
win as well.
Steve's got some ties limping all over the place, and he's
I
managed to
dropped.
take shields off and doing. Yeah, he did.
I dropped. I was the only player.
After playing Ryan last
I
week.
was the only player.
Oh no, Ryan went 3-0 because he beat me last week.
Right, I was the only player in the Yavin tournament that didn't take one of the 3 lists. I chose not to do the torpedo thing. I chose not to do the selflessness or take the TIE Swarm.
Yeah.
And I brought Darth Vader and a couple of TIE fighters, and it was stupid because you just get nuked off the board by torpedoes.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
That's all that happens.
Yeah.
And I knew it wasn't going to be the list, and I found it so boring I dropped out of it last week. So, but luckily we had a Dan join, so it left it all balanced out. Because if Dan would have joined and I would have stayed, there would have been a bye.
Yeah, I mean we've got some players down that wouldn't normally.
Yeah,
turn
absolutely.
Up for that, which is brilliant.
Totally.
Yeah, so
totally.
I'm looking forward to more wave kits and
Yeah,
different
totally.
formats, and they're not all going to be amazing, but if you take them in the spirit they're intended and just try and have a bit of fun.
Oh no!
No chance.
Long messages. How do we get that up? It's Twitch. We need to have up, innit? Because this is a Twitch stream.
So.
Oh, look how clever you are!
All right, me.
Wow. No, that's Titch. It's
What's
Titch.
wrong, what's wrong with that?
It's Titch.
That's fine. At least I put the CH on the end.
You silly sod.
So
Hold on, we need, because that was such a long message, we missed the top.
well,
bit.
no. So Steve, let me tell you about this then. So Steve has got some limping TIE fighters going on, and he's managed to put some damage in on most of Kev's ship.
What?
And
the
now,
There's a rules query for you.
oh, give me a second.
Just
So
give us a
I was expecting a 4K from Kylo in that situation, but not Blackout.
Why would you do that? That was
No
stupid.
idea.
That was stupidly stupid.
Can I leave you to find Weekend Warlords? There, if that's
Oh, look, there it is.
Yeah.
So I just click that.
Yeah, and then you can read that message and reply to that. So yeah, it's hard to tell who's winning that game, but Ryan is already on 3 wins, so it'll come down to MOV, whatever.
Oh, we can't because we never had Twitch open then.
What do you mean? Yeah,
That's where the
you should have the chat in.
The chat's here, no?
Is it YouTube that the chat's on now?
No, this is.
Give it a second, because sometimes it. Well, actually, Ryan's on 3 wins. because he played me last week.
I missed the top part. That big long message. If you wanted to just spam it again, now I've got Twitch open, I might be able to actually see it. I'm not very good with computers, guys. You're like, that's properly my Achilles heel. So really, the only thing you guys need to be thinking about is signing up to a Patreon and being ready for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning when it all happens. If not, be on Rasta Mace painting at 9 o'clock on Friday morning. Big things are going to happen. You're going to love it. Christmas presents all round. Oh, that was a big roll. Holy moly. Oh, James, you're to be fair, mate, I'm lucky I've even got an Achilles heel because Ari's Arthur nearly broke it at the weekend. Right, no, you don't sound like a pleb at all. I like a pleb. Has anyone ever watched Plebs? It's one of my favourite comedy shows. We are the 12th and the 13th of January, and please come and visit us. That'd be amazing. We love when people come. Dude, that's all that matters. You know, that 150 goes a long way to keeping the stream running and paying for all the little bits. And it just gives you those few days earlier access to bites of the cherries, because certainly I've got limited numbers on the painted ones that when they're gone, they're gone. There won't be any more for anyone. I'm thinking of running Kylo with Supernatural and Pattern Analyzer. I'm also running Null and Malorus. They have stealth device as well. I'm going to check my phone because I don't know what Malorus does. Let's have a look. Where are we? Awesome. That'd be amazing if you can come. Love to have you back, bro. There we go. He must be a TIE FO, right? Malorus. Commander Malorus. There we go. At the start of the engagement phase, you may spend one charge to gain one stress token. If you do, until the end of the round, while you defend or perform an attack, you may change all of your eyeballs to evades or hits. Awesome, Charles. Can't wait to see you again, bro. Do you know what? I think it's a bit early days to know. All I would personally say is that if I was spending some points on Kylo apart from supernatural reflexes, I'd definitely be going with prime thrusters over pattern analyzer.
Yeah.
If I had to pick.
Yeah, I agree.
So we just had a question. The guy's running Kylo with supernatural reflexes, pattern analyzer, and then Malus and Null.
Yep.
All with stealth device. Is there anything we think he should change?
Stealth device.
Stealth device. There you go. There you go. The man that knows. I'm not like, I have some very strong opinions about stuff, but my opinions are formed out of table time, and I don't do a lot of like pre-working stuff out. I'll learn a lot of stuff. I'm really good at. I can get to a table and someone can put something completely new in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'll go, what does it do? And I'll look at it, and in 2 minutes, I'll have gone, okay, I kind of got this. I've seen the synergy. Now I'll learn how to beat it, and then I'll judge whether I want to use it almost. Yeah. But certainly there's been nothing like kind of overwhelmingly drawn me towards it, and I've gone, I have to go and investigate that big time. I mean, the first thing I did with the squad builder when it was working was literally just point up Kylo and point up Poe.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Those were the two ships I was interested in out of the whole wave. Who's your boys, Charlesy boy? Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna try and be doing that from now on. That I'm gonna do like a sign up sheet for Saturday Nando's
the
week before, because they hate us. They hate us.
we do turn up with a lot of people. And
We turned up there last Saturday.
Yeah.
We finished really early. And we turned up there at 5.
yeah,
And there was loads of space. And we walked in and I went, table for 11, please. And his poor little face. And I says, do you know what? I went, don't panic.
Yeah.
I went, a table 6 and a table of 5 would do. I went, do 2 4s and a 3. I went, fuck it. I went, give us 11 single chairs. Just spread us out. Says people just want chicken. I went, it's been months. Let us have some chicken.
We want to drop money on you. But can you remember the Nando's in Liverpool?
When there was amazing. We turned up
with over 20, and then there was like the 118 were there as well.
We turned up with 28 in one posse. And then once they'd seated our 28, Lewis arrived and went, can you add 14 to the 28?
Yeah.
And we took up half the restaurant.
It was amazing. Great, absolutely amazing night. Great
Oh,
night.
dude, Nando's, right? I'm on a diet, and my Nando's is my weekly treat. Is I go and have a Nando's. I have me 2 carbs. I have me chips. So good. It's really good.
You turned me on to the cheeky sunset burger, didn't you?
Sunset burger. So I have a sunset burger with grilled halloumi and a portion of them nice chips, and I am happy, man.
Can we rewind? Because I think I was a bit dismissive there. Because so VP1613, is that the question you're on about?
Yep.
So Kylo with pattern analyzer, and then the 2 FOs with stealth device.
Yep.
I think I agree with you in terms of pattern analyzer over
prime thrusters.
What
What you think he should keep?
No, I think he should have
prime thrusters is better.
I agree with you.
Right, and what else do you think?
So the stealth device, I was really dismissive because I just said change stealth device. But I think really, so it's. Do you pay the same as? You still pay the same as like Hall upgrade, don't you? For
stealth device is the same as, I do believe.
Because it's variable, isn't it?
For agility 3, stealth device is the same as a shield.
Shield upgrade.
Hold upgrade would be 7 points.
So it's one of those things where you're either embracing variance or you're kind of taking a marginal benefit. So the shield upgrade will always give you a benefit. Like, it will always be that extra hull. And the stealth device is only an extra hull if you roll the dice.
I agree with you.
If you roll all evades.
Sorry, just to change subject completely. It wasn't medium spice. You had hot, because I have medium on my burger, and you had like hot.
To be fair, me and Ash eat a lot of chilies. Like, we eat a lot of chilies.
I like a spice, but hot was too hot.
Hot at Nando's is too hot.
Yeah,
it's way too.
And
hot.
It also depending on how long they've had that bottle of hot. Right, because that bottle of hot, I've had a bottle of mild that turned into over
garlic,
medium.
Just the garlic and herb one's been ridiculously like spicy. So yeah, in terms of like stealth device as well.
No, not mango and lime. What's wrong with you? Medium. Let's have a discussion about the
I quite like the garlic and herb.
See, Tim,
quite like garlic.
What
and
you
herb.
need to learn, my friend, as a commentator, is balance.
Right?
No,
but I just didn't want to be unfairly dismissive.
But we've talked about that. Well, you're not being unfairly dismissive. You were just being overly giving by explaining too much.
Fair.
You've got to like leave them with a bit of mystery.
Why does he say that's bad?
Why? I'll come back next week and have a go at him about it.
So yeah, no, Nando's. Medium or garlic and herb for me.
Yeah, medium or no. I mean, yeah, it's medium all the way as far as I'm concerned on my burger. And then on my plate, I have a big like river of lemon and herb, and then I put half medium with it and mix it together.
Oh, okay.
And I get a hotter lemon and herb.
Yeah. Did you have the old African one? Are they still doing that?
I don't know.
The table sauce one. Yeah, that's nice.
No, I haven't tried
spicy,
that.
but that is really nice.
Oh, I'll try that next time.
Really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you can put your own hot sauce on afterwards, but I don't like the mango. I don't want mango on my chicken. I stick to the extra hot stuff on the mango and lime. Fries is awesome. He's a man.
There's some very manly X-Wing players.
But he's got a really hairy chest.
I just pick up a Scotch bonnet. I just bite into
and
it like an
rub
apple.
it in my eyes. I'm not happy.
That's my appetizer. Before I even start eating,
I crush all the seeds up and I snort them. I'm not happy until I'm like 2 mouthfuls away from a coronary.
I thought I was having a heart attack once when I had some chili sauce. We went to the Good Food Show and it was called Satan's poo. It didn't say poo on the bottle, but it was called Satan's poo.
Right.
And it was black. It just looked like tar.
Paul
and I was
as well.
like, on a cracker, let's do this. And then within about 30 seconds, I thought I was dying.
Yeah, Peepo.
And I was laughing
told
my
me
head
exactly
off
the same sort of
and
story. They
hallucinating and high as anything. It was amazing.
took him to an Indian, and they brought out this sauce.
Yeah.
And they literally was like a drop on a cracker.
Yeah.
And that was it. He says, I threw my guts up. I
Yeah.
was ill. I thought I was going to have to go to hospital.
Or
ruined everything.
I've been electrocuted once, and it felt like that.
Oh, I've been
my bones were
electrocuted a few
shaking.
times.
It felt like my bones were vibrating in my arms.
A bit of a story time with Rasta. I did
Yeah.
it as a kid. I was curious as to...
Did you wee on an electric
No,
fence?
it was close. There was a lamp with no bulb.
That's
And
how
I was
electrocuted.
interested
That's
as to
how I
what
got
happens
electrocuted.
if you put your finger in the hole.
Not intentionally, I was moving it.
Oh no, I stuck my finger in where the plug goes.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, don't do
We
that.
do not advise doing
No.
that at home.
Also, I mean, and that's bad. You also don't want to get electrocuted by a car's alternator. That's not good either. No, it's not. Little bits of wee come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, I've not done that one, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, accidental, and it was not good.
Oh, see, I don't like vindaloos and stuff like that. I'm not into all that. I'm an Italian, so really extreme spice is probably not our bag.
No, not really.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
I want that warming
That's what happens when you get beat to the new continent, isn't it?
into the new consonant.
Continent.
What?
Never mind.
Is that meant to be funny?
No, not funny. Well, maybe.
Is it intelligent funny?
Possibly. I don't think it was funny.
Does anyone understand what that was? What's this?
The Spanish and the Portuguese.
I used
beat
to
you
work
there,
in a
didn't
pub with uplighters on the walls. One morning I was changing the outdead bulbs, stuck my hand in one and discovered the hard way that some idiot had stolen the bulb. Yeah, Abdul likes... what he does is he gets some of his AK-47 shells, he opens them, sprinkles a bit of gunpowder on his chicken, doesn't he? Who's Abdul? Ian Fabio Kafka.
I know, but
Abdul.
is he in the chat?
No, but he's calling him Abdul. I think
Oh,
he's...
I'm with you. Right. So
where is he?
James is saying that Ian likes spicy food.
Yeah, he's not in the chat. He's got like
wouldn't let him in.
1991 or something
We wouldn't
on
let
his
him in,
name.
would we?
I think it's
Kicked
done.
out. I think
Is
that's
it done? Oh, it's time's up.
Yep.
So that looks like a resounding win for
Bombers. And,
for the Bombers.
thumbs up from Ryan. We didn't even get to see the sexy sleeves.
We didn't. Oh,
There
there they
was
are.
one
Look,
damage
look,
card.
look.
There was one damage card. Wait
yeah.
a minute, I'll go and shout at him. Ryan, just because we feel really disappointed, can you at least show us a damage sleeve? Can you show us a sleeve to your damage deck? That's it. Oh no, out of the glare. Out of the glare.
That's it. There. No, back up near the bomber.
Put it up in the dice thing.
Hey! It's Fred Flintstone's pants.
Love it.
Right, so who are we thinking about for the next game?
We've got a great game organised.
Who?
With two amazing players.
Go on. Oh, we haven't. Because I'm happy to jump on and play.
You don't want to do the quiz?
I'm all right to play because if there's no option,
Okay, let's
I'm
go
all
see.
right.
I'll go and see what we
Right,
can sort out.
so guys, we're going to go
Yeah.
mic dead for a few minutes and we're going to sort out a couple of new opponents. It might well be me. If it's me, I'll tell you what, let's just speak to him a second.
Let's just transition to
It's
this.
the same picture, you silly
I know it
sausage.
was, I just realised there's a
don't
press there.
push nothing
What
because
if
you're going to break the internet.
No, but if I press button, something magical might happen.
No, nothing magical is going to happen apart
No?
from you're going to break the internet.
Okay.
So listen, I've got two lists. I've got Bobber and Guri. I've never flown Guri. Or Bobber, 3 TIE fighters and a quad jumper. Which one do you want me to fly if I'm flying? A is Bobber Guri. B is Bobber and Friends. Go.
Still live?
We are still live.
What do you think to that?
I wasn't paying that much attention, to be honest.
Excellent. What are we chatting about?
I think. We've been chatting about all sorts, putting the worlds to right. Bobber 3 dies quad, better swap for quad for Lando. Nah, I get that, but the quad's just funny. Bobber and Friends, 3 ties. Okay, Bobber and Friends it is then, guys. It's the majority. I asked them whether they wanted me to fly Bobber Guri or Bobber and Friends. Cool. Everyone seems to want Bobber Friends. I'll do that.
You're really
if I
enjoying
want.
that Bobblers, don't you, at the moment?
I'm just enjoying Bobber in general.
Yeah.
He's a bit of fun. He's so different from what I've been flying all of
Yeah.
2.0, and it's fun time. as opposed to unbothered time. I'm always going to shout about my crap dice because they're just so regular now, it's getting ridiculous. But I just have fun with him. He's a bit of fun, and he's one of them who's really cool, iconic characters, and he's certainly not something I ever played in 1.0. So playing him now is kind of
he was
fresh,
a bit of a niche in 1.0, wasn't he?
He was a bit of a niche, and he was a bit of it's a fresh thing now.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, it's cool, and he's quite manoeuvrable and nippy, and he's got his little janky tricks, and I like that about him. I like the quad jumper, just the threat level that it brings.
And for the points, you can't ignore it.
No, it's 28 points. It's peanuts, isn't it?
I know, but the way it sucks in your opponent on the first engagement is 28 points worth of shit. That's what it does.
And also mine are painted with a theme, right? So. No, I get that, but I know that, and I was running Leet, and I get it's good, but I don't want to do that. I want it to put Wave 2 stuff on, and my Leet's not painted as well, so it's definitely not going on stream unpainted. So my theme is my Boba Fett fire spray. It was a paint job I did for an epic game we played where Simeon played the Rebels, and I played Scum, and it was Smoking Aces where I had every single bounty hunter in their ship in my list. It was an epic game. Wow. And Simeon had the Ghost, the Tan Eve, and Phoenix Squadron all in A-Wings.
Wow, that's pretty thematic.
Yeah, the Smoking Aces, Bobber had got together all of the bounty hunters to go after Phoenix Squadron because Sabine had broken into the hangar and graffitied his ship. Right? So Bobber's fire sprays, Sabine paint job, and then the 3 TIE fighters are, one is Sabine's TIE, all repaints, one is Captain Rex's TIE, repainted in Captain Rex's colour, and one is Ahsoka's TIE, repainted in Ahsoka's colour, and my quad jumper is like a JCB, all yellow with black stripes, so it looks pretty cool. So I get what you're saying about probably Lee is a bit better than the ties, but the ties are a bit of fun, and they're Wave 2.
Can we mute the mic while I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course we can. Back in a sec. Right, so guys, I've got an opponent and I'd like to make some excuses now. We have a team member and his name...
Yeah, we're going to do quiz, aren't we?
His actual name is Liam. I call him Neil. I don't know if you have ever watched Only Fools and Horses, the whole Rodney Dave joke. Well, I've always called Neil Neil.
You
so
did
much.
genuinely believe his name was Neil.
Yep,
as well.
so much so that everyone in the team believed his name was Neil.
The 100 Neil Club.
And he started his own club called the 100 Neil Club, right? And this guy, he's young, he's not been playing that long, and he has got some skills, but his biggest superpower is his dice.
He can roll 4 hits on 3
He
dice.
can roll 5 hits on 2 dice. His dice are insanity. And a lot of the people, look, there's Tim and JR stood by me. I've not really exaggerated about how poor my dice are recently, have I? They are poop.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
fine,
yeah,
right?
yeah, they're pretty bad. Yeah. Run, Ryan.
Run.
I might have to vacate the booth now.
You know
I'm
you're
kidding.
tall.
They are terrible.
They are. All I'm saying, that's my excuse.
I went all the way to
right?
America for those.
And
they're
he's
terrible.
got Ray Poe, so this is going to hurt.
He doesn't need dice with Rapo.
Anyway, we're going to give him a chance because he's never been on a stream. That's what you're getting next round. We're going to go mic dead for 5-10 minutes maybe while we change the stream overlays, etc., etc.
And then we will be back with a door
Nice slam there, Tim.
and I'm getting daggers and a quiz with Steve the Cape Theobald, Ryan the Leopard Print Sharp,
Ryan J.R.U. Wing Sharp.
J.R.U.
We've
Wing
given him
Sharp.
the longest name in
and
the world.
Yeah.
Kevin Bellamy.
No, shut up.
Yeah,
Shut up!
The Wookiee.
We're going to be joined by the
He's
Wookiee.
going to come
Excellent.
in. And
Right,
he's
so
gonna be my
look.
contestant to my quiz.
This is like a commercial break. Go, cup of tea, slice of cake, get yourself ready, comfy socks. Second part's coming up soon. One love, guys.
I'm looking forward to it now.
Thanks, Andy.
You're welcome. It was really good.
So, hello internet, welcome back. Steve's shaking his head at the wave. So, I'm back. Yeah, it's Tim Marsden. I'm joined by
Tuesday with Tim.
Yes, joined by for this game by my usual partner in crime, Steve Theobald.
Hello, how you doing?
And everybody's favourite Wookiee,
Yay!
Kevin, King of the North. So, join us in just a little while once he's said goodbye to people and got himself a chair. Will be Ryan Sharp. We have a game on stream for you now. We have Liam Shade on the right hand side playing Resistance. So we've got some more Wave 2 on the field. We've got Liam is playing Poe Dameron.
Is it not Neil?
Liam.
Yeah,
No,
Liam.
Neil.
Yes, Liam Neil.
His real name is actually
It
Liam.
is. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Neil.
Yeah.
Is playing Poe Dameron with the Black One title, BB-8, Prime Thrusters and S-Foils. And he's playing Rey in the Millennium Falcon with engine upgrade, Finn and Rose, which looks like a pretty tasty combo. And the title. So he's managed to squeeze both combos in there, which I quite like that. So he's managed to fit in the title plus engine upgrade, which lets you do sloops and boosts.
Oh, that's
for no stress.
that's
That's pretty good. And he's managed to fit in the Finn Rose combination. So so we're seeing a very different resistance list to the one that Ryan just flew.
I want to see our Poe. I think Black One is actually really good.
I like it for a point.
For a point, that
it's very
slam
cool.
to get around
Just
the back of.
And get you out of dodge.
Yeah.
You know.
So do you use it for the engagement or do you use it for getting the hell out of trouble?
Yeah. And then on the left, playing Scum, so playing the Wave 2 Scum ship, playing the TIE, the Mining Guild TIE. Yeah. We have Rasta Mace playing a quad jumper with seismic charges. 3 of the PS1 Mining Guild ties. What are they called?
Quite big ones.
Ties?
3 of the Mining Guild ties.
What
They're
are they
just
called?
called Mining Guild ties.
ties.
Is that what the PS1's
I think
called?
so.
I don't know what the tie
okay.
is. Mining
and
Guild
then-
tie pilot.
And then Boba Fett in the Fire Spray with IG-88D, Marauder title, Proton Bombs and Hand Gunner.
That's fairly.
Oh, so he hasn't got shield upgrade.
No, he couldn't quite fit. I was just talking to him outside.
Oh, he said he'd got shield upgrade. Let me
Couldn't
just,
quite.
they'll have to. Yeah.
Couldn't
Would
quite fit
you? Yeah. Just do me one favour, Ryan.
Yeah.
Poke your head out. Say,
shield
can
off
they
Boba.
take shield off Boba?
Yeah.
Ready for them
Just-
to begin?
No.
Can they take shield off Boba?
Yeah.
On the
They're ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And can you tell Liam that he can't do an action and then perform a boost with Poe's ability? You've got to do the boost first.
Why's he got to do the boost first?
Because you can't do it from an ability. It's got to be one action for the action phase.
Yeah.
So just do those 3 things
not
before
sure
it
I
happens
understand
on stream. So, yeah.
So he can't boost opposability.
He can boost.
No,
But he has to
what
boost.
did I say? No, did I say boost?
Yeah.
Slam. Sorry.
Yeah.
Slam. So he
Why?
can't slam as with Poe's ability.
Why can't he sound as well?
Because you can only slam as your action in the action phase. It's got to be the one action that you take in the action
Oh, it's
phase.
supposed to be the form action step, doesn't it?
Yeah, because there's no free actions anymore.
No, but it
So
has to be that step.
it has to be that
specifically.
step specifically.
Right, okay. And
Just
take
before it
shield off
happens on stream,
Yeah.
on week, seeing as apparently we're the first people potentially in the world to be streaming Wave 2.
Really?
How
wow,
exciting is
That's
that?
quite exciting.
Yeah.
I know there's been a couple of like competitive games streaming, but nothing to the quality of what we do. I
You should have seen the last game.
You can absolutely
feedback.
no, but you can absolutely see by the overlay that we're running some quality footage tonight.
So the feedback has been horrendous at the start, and I was slamming the door every 5 minutes. So,
Like,
been
unlike
amazing.
a couple of weeks ago, you were just kicking.
well,
the
I'm
bar
now
under
I am
the,
sat in the squeaky chair with my
Eee.
feet in prime position to keep kicking the table. so
I've got squeaky knees.
Yeah,
So
squeaky
it's
knees.
either the chair or
squeaky
me.
knees on
Do you know what?
couch.
You're lucky. I haven't even got any knees.
Yeah. So you two
I walk like an
and
elephant.
Ryan
Yeah.
Yeah.
have just played. Well, Ryan beat me last week. He got the pair down, and he beat me last week.
Yeah.
Because I hard-2'd and then tried to do a talon roll in behind it, and it didn't fit, and I lost the game from there on in. And then
Get good, yeah.
definitely get good. And then you two have just played each other.
Yes.
We have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were running Inferno Squadron you were
With
in
Howlrunner and Wampa. Yeah.
Howlrunner and Wampa.
I had Luke with R2, not R2D2, but R2.
Yep.
Supernatural, Proton Torps, Servo Motors.
Yep.
89 points. Wedge with R3, so he takes 2 locks, servos and proton, and then a Grey Squadron Y-wing with iron cannon and veteran turret gunner.
Wow.
199
excellent.
points.
Yeah,
They
so-
have begun.
Brilliant. So we know the outcome of your game. It was very close.
It was
It
amazing.
was. Oh, it was awesome.
It was amazing. Yeah.
So would you like to tell us about who won that?
Yeah, Kev won that, and deservedly so. It went backwards and
Oh,
forwards.
it did.
I
Yeah.
suppose.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
You had the best of the first opening engagement.
Yeah.
I had the next engagement was mine.
Yeah.
To win.
Yeah. So you lost the Y-wing after 2
yeah.
engagements. I then lost Howlrunner, which switched off all my re-rolls.
Yeah, that's
Because I
massive.
put him onto a rock, because when you
Yeah.
were trying to attack stuff,
Yep.
I wanted him there just for the re-rolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Kev said, do you know what, I'm going to take Howlrunner.
Yeah.
After initially saying,
Yeah.
well, there's no point in taking
Yeah.
Howlrunner.
Then I changed
And
my
did,
mind.
and did Aiden help you against the Torps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I killed Sane first
Twice.
shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he went, Aiden. And I was like, but I knew that was going to have to happen.
But the flying, the flying was good. We both chose our engagement really well, I think. Kev would have liked me a little bit further forward, but then,
in the rock field.
yeah, I'm happy to take that
Yeah.
as that I've actually done something right with a swarm.
Yeah, yeah.
That's only the third game I've
Yeah,
had
yeah.
with it.
Oh, you played it well.
But do you know what I'm really enjoying about that? Is the bumping. I'm really enjoying the
Yeah.
bumping and keeping your arcs open.
Yeah.
It's the self-bumping as much as
Yeah,
the
yeah.
blocking of the other ships.
But
Because Inferno Squadron's blocking potential is lessened
Yeah.
at I4. Having Wampa helped you,
Yeah.
but otherwise my Y-Wing was going to be the major blocker.
It was, yeah.
And it did. The turn he did block, he blocked 3 ships. He was hit by 3
Yeah.
TIE fighters.
That's right.
And then
Yeah.
unfortunately took a major hull breach, and I think it was
Yeah.
Aiden hitting with 3, and that was good night Irene.
Yeah.
But Wedge with Proton Torps is a beast. He just deletes TIE fighters, doesn't he?
He does.
And
But he doesn't evade too well.
no.
Wedge is the last cannon.
Kev was saying actually, and it was really important. Kev taught me a lot in that game about how to view the game slightly differently.
That's good.
When you're flying different things, and he said that Wedge has got this really good ability to reduce agility by 1, but he suffers from action economy.
He does.
And Kev was like, well, you really need 2 actions on Wedge, and that showed, I think, in the
Yeah.
game.
You need a reposition and something.
Because when he was in the mix of it, he
Yeah.
couldn't
No.
get out.
No.
To me, if Wedge has shot both his protons and maybe 1 other turn of shooting, bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If
I'm
you get
happy.
3 rounds. Out,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
massive.
happy.
Yeah, it's massive.
I
But
agree.
really, he's got to shoot for the points that he is. He has to shoot both proton torps. If
Steve
he,
Theobald,
Yes.
you got 4th,
Okay.
and the top player on
Was-
MOV.
Who was third? Just.
Who was third?
Jag was third.
Yeah.
Nice, cool.
Wasn't he playing like shuttles?
yeah, Shuttle and
Shuttle and
Squad.
Inferno Squad.
Jag, is that short for Judas?
And the winner on MOV,
Was-
Gavin.
That's right.
That's right, you are!
Hey! Ryan, I ain't taking no stinking new wings.
I
Sure.
wasn't allowed.
Kev was
Yeah,
in
whatever.
second.
Yeah,
Well
yeah,
done.
Tomato, tomato.
What was the difference in MOV?
I'll just check.
So yeah, it was an awesome result, Ryan.
Yeah.
Well done. You've
Yeah,
won
I'm
our
happy
first
with that.
Yavin tournament.
Yeah, brilliant.
And only having told probably.
But
Yeah,
how did-
well, yeah,
Well,
new
prob-
format
yeah.
next wave though, isn't it? Next
From-
wave release.
872,
Yeah.
942.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
it's about 60
that was
in it.
probably Wedge and a half.
You're welcome, Ryan, for them extra points of MOV against me.
Damn you, master!
I appreciate you talent rolling
Right.
into your own Y-wing.
Yeah.
Excellent though. Yeah,
So-
really, really pleased for you, dude. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
So, just because I'm a bit paranoid that this game might be ridiculously quick,
Yeah.
'Cause it's
would
rain.
you like the lowdown on our little Star Wars / X-wing quiz?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Go on,
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah, I know
So-
you text out about it in our little chat.
I
that
did.
we've
I
got.
geeked
Yeah,
out a
you're
little.
I
bit.
was
quite
like-
enthusiastic about this.
I was like,
Well, see,
quiz.
yeah, I haven't.
Like on a game show,
I
yeah.
have been a trivia enthusiast. I've not done proper serious quizzing or anything like that. You know, don't do like proper pub quizzing. But my wife and I, we've started going to a pub quiz.
I love them.
Which is it's held by a stand-up comedian, so it's a lovely,
Oh,
it's brilliant
awesome.
atmosphere.
Is he funny though?
Yeah, oh yeah. So it's really
Is he
good,
as funny
and they
as
have
me?
and they have funny.
Is he
little,
as funny as me?
Ooh.
Your bum looks big. I don't know which question I'd rather answer.
Oh right, so there's no right answer.
So,
Yeah, okay.
so and they have a good variety of rounds and some funny, quirky rounds as well. And it just got me a bit impassioned about quizzing again. And I thought, I've got bought my ticket for later.
Cool.
And I thought, is this something we could do when we're eating pizza?
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
So
Can I just throw in a little? I used to do a lot of pub quizzes.
Did you?
And the the pub should have made nameless, but the funniest, he was great, and he didn't mean to be great, but basically, where does the River Thames start?
Okay. Yeah.
So
Up a hill somewhere.
in London.
He meant the Thames.
I'm with
Thames, yeah.
And then there was another one where he
It's
asked
the
about.
Greek version of the dirtiest river in the world.
And then,
where my
there
mind
was
went.
another one where he asked the question, something about
love it.
Don Quixote.
Oh, Don Quixote. Yeah.
Don Quixote.
Don Quitops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Excellent.
was.
So Rastus says he's never done a pub quiz.
I've done it.
Whoa.
He says he's never done
Pub
a
quiz
pub
is
quiz.
great. Team Warlords. Take
Oh,
over
yeah.
the world
Well,
of pub quizzing.
that was the hope. If we can find a way where you can all hear me and I can read questions out, and we've got bits of paper and a pen, we can have teams and do a proper pub quiz.
It's fine.
That would be
while we
awesome.
eat pizza.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We can do
Yeah,
that.
we can
That's
do that.
genius.
I've,
I
I've,
like
I
that.
used,
would
so
be-
just on the back of what Kev said, I used to run pub quizzes
Hey.
with
So-
Rich Council
So,
Oh,
did you genuinely?
awesome.
Amazing.
at the Black
So-
Swan in.
Were you the straight guy? Or were
No,
you
I was the colour commentary.
I did have to warn the stream about this as well, about my 4 words that might. As quiz enthusiasts, we'll see if this gets you a little bit excited. Arts and crafts round.
Oh no.
Oh,
What,
boo!
making things?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm up for
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
seriously.
Says the D&T teacher.
Are you serious
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Arts
I'd
and
make it
crafts.
Christian.
Yeah.
I'd
Is this a
make.
Star Wars thing?
Yeah.
So arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's Watto's keep made out of?
No. Build a
It'll
TIE
be like-
fighter out of straws.
It will be like yeah.
Yeah.
It will be like
Oh,
make
practical
an X-wing
stuff.
paper aeroplane.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It will be.
Quiz? That's a team building thing.
All right, Steve's band from. Steve will be playing.
Just got yourself blacklisted.
Steve will be
so-
playing Cards Against Humanity with Spurgeon in the back room.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
I'll win that. I've got the darkest sense of humour.
Nobody wins at that game. / everybody.
It's the only game I've played, right after a few drinks, it's the only game I've played where when you put your answers in, you actually feel like you're a bad person.
You do.
Yeah.
You do
Yeah.
genuinely
You think,
feel worse
I
about
really
yourself.
didn't know I had these kind of thoughts in my head.
I've never played it.
No,
I know what
okay.
I know what you're talking
You
about,
do
but
know
I've
what
never
you're
So
played it.
there is an I win card,
Right.
and it just says on it Jimmy Savile.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair. Yeah, you win every round when you
Yeah.
put that down.
I have
So,
God.
so the way the quiz is going to work is we don't have buzzers,
No.
and I'm not going to ask you individual questions. I'm just to cut down on time. I am
Yeah.
going to ask you group questions.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
how would you feel about shouting your own name out
Yeah, we could do that.
in this scenario?
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
What?
right
okay,
now.
there is a problem with that.
Go on.
I don't quite.
You don't know your own
remember
name,
my
Steve.
Steve.
If you shout Steve,
Yeah.
and then I will adjudicate and let you
Fine.
answer.
And you're keeping score, yeah?
Yes, I will
wrong with
keep
the boss?
score
What's he
on my
running through
high-tech
there?
bit of paper and pen, right? And
Cards Against Disney is better. That's whichever way you look at it. Fair comment. Fair comment.
yeah. So,
Crimes
so
against
also
crimes
there is
against filmmaking.
there is another little rule for the stream
Okay.
is that if they could refrain from
Typing
furiously
the answer.
typing an answer in,
It's alright, we've got a 20-minute lag anyway.
if
It
our
might take us
players
that long to work it out.
if our players this evening get stumped, I'll throw it over to the stream
Yes.
and you can give us an answer and I'll
Okay.
record. I'm going to write stream down
Yeah.
on my scoreboard.
I think a TIE fighter just hit poet range 3.
And I know
And,
Liam blanked out, so Liam will be having a whole.
Did he
Raptor
do
is
his-
quite happy.
So there's a picture of a TIE fighter there, look, in the chat.
So, the what? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
lol. Yeah, the TIE
No,
fighter.
no. Don't ever say that in my presence.
What's that, lol?
Don't ever say that in my
Am I
presence.
not allowed to read an acronym
You will get hurt.
straight from there?
Can I move out of the way?
Why are you shouting
What?
that?
If you hurt Tim, I will lie.
ASHOMFG.
There is going to be
Ruffle.
there is going to be an acronym round at the quiz.
Awesome.
Mate.
There's not.
Seriously, what
There's
are you
not.
doing,
Well,
Tim?
technically, that was one of my questions I wrote down as well.
What?
To be honest, what does ATAT stand for? But that is one of the questions that I'd written down. But I'm not going to ask that.
Damn, I know
just
the
did.
answer to that one.
I just did.
All-terrain
Come on then,
armoured
let's do it.
Shall
transport.
we have a little
Yeah.
practice? Shall we have a little?
Kevin, all-terrain armoured transport.
It is, and Kevin remembered to shout his own name out. I like it. Right, so we're going to have 4 rounds. We're going to have a general movie trivia round, courtesy of Trivial Pursuit, Star Wars
cool.
Bite Size.
Yep.
We are then going to have a subtitles round.
Oh, right,
So that is X-Wing related.
Oh, so the
Okay.
pilot subtitles.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We are then round 3.
That's quite a good
I
one.
only know
Round 3 is going to be a complete the quote round.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. And round 4 is going to be a connections round.
Okay, cool. Let's
So
do
I'll
it.
explain the rules.
How
a
many
bit
questions in
later
each
on.
round?
6 to 4
Cool.
varies depending on how long
6
the
to
questions
4.
are to read out.
4
Yeah.
to 6.
4 to
Do you mean
6.
64?
No. I ask the questions here.
Busy at work today, Tim?
That's some nice.
I haven't written it up.
That's some nice establishment laser printing you've got going on there.
Printed it here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well,
On my.
I lied. It's not nice and it's not established.
No, it's not, is it? So,
not
and I have a
laser.
tie-break question as well.
Just in
Ooh.
case.
Just in case it's in my pocket.
So let's do it.
I
Okay.
can take it out.
Oh,
So-
we're not playing that one, are we?
So you've lost at that game before, haven't you, Kev? So we've got bombers. We've got bombers and a shuttle. Jendon
Yeah.
and his bombers have just
Yeah.
turned up. Look,
Yeah.
in the chat. So chat, please do not shout out the answers. Let them try and fail miserably on their own. Okay. So, question 1. Are we ready? We remember the rules. We're going to shout
Yeah.
out our own
I'm
name,
ready.
not the answer. Because
Yeah.
if you shout, I told you I'm tough. If you
Yeah.
shout out the answer and not your name, and somebody else
Yeah.
shouts out their name,
Nil point.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can answer.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Question-
Steve. Yes, I'm ready.
What's the answer?
Yes, I'm ready.
You only get one chance. What's the answer?
Yes, I'm ready.
That's not the answer. Right. This question's just for Ryan and
You
Kev.
said, "Are you ready?"
Oh, I see. Yes, I'm with you. Right.
So I shouted my name and said, "Yes, I'm ready."
Oh,
okay.
dear, yeah.
So, question 1.
Yes.
Who is the only person Han Solo claims he takes orders from?
Kevin himself.
Han Solo. Yes. 1 point to Kev. Kev takes an early lead.
Question.
It wasn't a trick question. I take orders from only me. Right. So, question 2. What kind of ship is the very first to appear on screen
Steve.
at the
It's the Tantive 4.
Incorrect. I'll start the question again just for Ryan and Kev. Steve, you're locked out of this question. Okay. What kind of ship is the very first to appear on screen at the start of episode 2? Ooh, quite a bit of thinking time.
What happens in episode 2 that I didn't sleep through?
Oh, yes, Kevin.
Oh.
It's the Amidala's shuttle thing, the silver spaceship.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Oh,
Ryan,
God.
you have a little bit of thinking time and then I'm going to press you for an answer.
Is it a Jedi Starfighter?
It is not a Jedi Starfighter. So I'm going to throw it open to the stream. It is not a Jedi Starfighter. It's not the Tantive 4
It's that,
or Tantive 4.
it's the-
So would throwing it open to the stream,
Yeah,
Kev?
well, sod them.
You've had your chance.
It's that big silver
So
one.
stream, give us an answer. What is... I don't know why I'm shouting. I shout every week, don't I?
You do, yeah.
I know I do, yeah. I get enthusiastic.
Buzz
and I
droid
shout.
fighter?
It is not a Buzz droid
No,
fighter.
it's
No.
So what is it?
it's Amidala's ship.
It's not Avatar.
Is it not?
shit.
What is
Is
it?
it? I bet it's.
Give us the
Is that a
answer.
Republic?
They've had their
It's-
guess. Buzz
No,
droid fighter.
someone Death Rain will kick in a minute. He's been getting them all right all night. So yeah, he's been pretty
You've
good.
been giving him
Got
a
Charles.
or K, yeah. So
Disgusting.
I'm just gonna
That's
hold
cheap.
the air a little bit while we try and get an answer. But if we
You
don't
should
get
have held
one,
the air before you had that
Oh, here
curry.
we go.
fair. This is not something to do with Thai Red Scum or whatever has been written on the stream. It is a Naboo Starfighter.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Okay. So question 3.
Closely followed by Amidala's spaceship. yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Damn it.
So question 3. How old is the Queen in episode 1? So not the Queen, not like
Steve.
Sorry. Yeah, Steve.
14.
14 years old, Steve. You are correct.
Come
Well done,
on.
Steve. We have 1 point to Kev, 1 point to Steve. Halfway through round 1. I'm trying to build the excitement
I'm
here,
really-
by the
I'm
way.
really
We need
not.
like an applause and proper buzzers and
Yeah,
things, don't we?
I'm really-
You're all getting into it now,
I'm
aren't you,
rooting
as
for
well?
you, Ryan.
You
I'm
are
not rooting for
all
me.
you are all getting into it now as well. I can tell. Right. Question 4: what planet does Anakin visit to find the remaining Separatist leaders?
Kevin. Mustafa.
It is Mustafa.
Well done, dude.
Well done, Kev. And nothing bad happened to him there, did
No.
it? He was totally fine.
Yes.
It was all right. Okay,
Got a
question.
little bit warm.
Yes. Question 5.
It's our Christmas quiz. What's happened to the commentary? It's our Christmas quiz.
It's our Christmas quiz. Get in the spirit. Plus, I'm not here next week, so you don't have to put up with it. So I will be
back to normal next week.
I'll be eating dinner with my son for his birthday. Excellent. So yeah, I won't be here next week. So question 5: who pulled R2D2 away after he mistakenly plugged himself into a power socket?
Ryan.
Kevin.
Oh,
C3PO.
Is incorrect.
Kevin. It was Chewbacca.
Of course, it was Chewbacca. The Wookiee had to get that one right. Yeah, it was Chewbacca.
How the hell is C3PO going to pull
I
anything?
don't know, but they're
With
always
his
together, aren't they?
With his metal arms.
The odds of
Come
me
here a minute,
pulling
Archie.
you
I
Oh,
don't
my
know.
metal fingers are slipping off your metal dome. Not a euphemism.
Why are you rooting for me?
You're the best.
You got your name first.
You're the best guy in the room called
Oh,
Ryan.
I believe in you,
that
Ryan. I believe in
Okay,
you.
this is
Ryan.
question 6.
Yeah. When preparing your damage deck, what type of sleeves should you select before any
Kevin.
others?
Fantasy Flight Yellow.
No.
Steve, leopard skin.
It is leopard skin, and you got in before Ryan as well.
What?
I was throwing that out there as a trick question to see if Ryan would answer. He
Actually
hasn't.
score a point.
So, no, you're
Do
not getting a
what?
point.
No, okay.
You're not having a point for that.
No.
That was a bad joke. So, right, question 6, the final question
In round 1.
in round 1.
Let's do it.
Are we pacing all right? How's this
Yeah,
game
we're
going?
pacing,
There's
it's
lots of damage happening. No damage. Because we
not
could
really,
do more
no,
questions.
it's-
We just keep going, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We've got like a whole box, and we've got like
got
100
years
question
supply.
cards. So yeah,
Yeah.
if it goes too quick. So question 6: which actor provided the voice of Darth Vader?
Ryan.
Oh,
James Earl Jones.
It's James Earl Jones. Ryan scores his first.
Back in the
point.
running.
Back in the running. So after round 1, Kev has 3 points. Steve has 1 point, and Ryan
Rubbish, Steve.
has 1 point.
Never mind, forget saying.
Okay, so
1 point is
Ryan,
fantastic.
And the stream?
and the stream has nil points, 0 points. So
That's all that matters.
Ryan, just tell us a bit about what you do and where you come from.
It's a bit.
I'm just trying to
isn't it?
interview the.
The
It's
new
a bit-
Dave
we need-
protection rules, mate. You don't
Yeah,
have to
No,
say
you
that.
don't have to answer that. I just need.
GDPR,
I feel like I should have
I'm
quizzed
going
you
to
for a
vote
funny
GDPR right
anecdote.
now.
I feel like I should have quizzed you for a funny anecdote before, because that's what they do on quiz shows, isn't it? They're always like, "So, Steve, you've got a funny thing happened to you last week, didn't it?
did, yeah.
Involving that rubber duck. Could
It
you?"
So I was in the bath with some quavers, right?
Nice.
And I was eating the quavers, and I dropped one.
Okay.
Right? And I dropped one. And
Did you get bubbles? Like,
No,
What
no,
about the
it
quavers?
landed. It wasn't a jacuzzi. It landed on the rubber duck's head.
Oh wow!
And I thought to myself, wow, that's a bit quackers.
Quavers aren't.
The duck.
Quavers aren't quackers.
Mate. All right, it's about Jacobs. Wouldn't have worked.
Did
Because you
what?
would have got the joke.
No. But that's how jokes work. You have to actually set. You can't just say, "I got on my bike 2 pence short."
If you put me on the
doesn't-
spot like that and I have to
Oh,
make
maybe all
stuff
right,
up.
fair. Sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
I was on Julia.
Round 2
Round 2. Yeah. So round 2,
is...
our subtitles round.
Oh,
So there are 6 questions. I shall tell you whether the pilot is. So it's X-wing related. So I shall tell you whether the pilot is Rebel, Empire, or Scum. Yeah,
Okay.
I've got 6 questions, 2 from each faction.
Yeah.
I'll let you know before I read out the subtitle. Say your name and give me the pilot's name. Okay.
I'm going to struggle with this one. Go on.
How do we? Just before we start, how do we feel about subtitles?
I
I mean, I know it's a very. It's just.
I
A,
haven't
They're
read
great.
I've not. I know one, and
I was
I've,
about to say, have we taken any notice of them?
No.
No.
Do we feel they had a little bit of flavour?
Little
Do we
bit.
only
A little
notice
bit.
the weird ones?
Yeah,
When they're
well,
like
I know one.
You can
So-
see. Cheating.
Steve's cheating.
Walk is cheating.
Change the
What?
first question anyway.
I'm blind in that. I couldn't see a thing.
I heard some excuses in my time.
Oh, Poe has just jousted, so yeah, we are doing all right for pacing. We need to go a bit quicker. So
We need to be on round 4.
yeah. So let's start round 2 then. So the subtitles round. So question 1 is a rebel pilot, and their subtitle is Hotshot Mercenary.
Kevin.
Oh.
Han Solo.
No, incorrect. So just for Ryan and Steve,
Who's a
their
rebel mercenary?
their subtitle is Hotshot Mercenary.
Steve.
Yep.
Miranda Doney.
Nope. It is not Miranda. I think she.
She's like heavy hitter or something.
Yeah, I think it is heavy hitter. Yeah, well done, Steve.
Can I get a point for that?
That's not
No
the question,
idea.
Ryan.
Is that question 2?
No, question 1.
Oh,
Hot shot,
Hot shot
mercenary,
It's a
Ryan.
rebel pilot.
It is.
Is it like Lee Van Tens or something? Cabin Angel.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect. So stream, a chance for you to redeem yourselves and give us a correct answer. Whose subtitle is Hot Shot Mercenary? We're going to wait now. And now we play the waiting game.
We haven't got long enough in this game.
We haven't, have we?
They say
Well,
dead
yeah,
air is really good right now.
Yeah,
isn't it?
because... Yeah, hurry up, because like, Poe will be dead very quickly. So...
Poe might already be dead.
He's Dash Render!
Oh,
the
this is-
stream
Oh,
scores
yes.
a point. 1 point to the stream.
That's a
Question
problem.
2.
What's happened to commentary?
It's amazing, isn't it? So, another rebel pilot, and their subtitle is Tenacious Investigator.
Oh, right.
Kevin.
Oh, I'm going to go. I think Ryan. I did think,
Yeah,
think
go on.
Ryan did get in there first, despite having to say "ooh" before his name. Go on, Ryan.
Cassian.
It is not Cassian Andor.
I was going to say Kyle Katarn.
It is not Kyle Katarn. So, Steve, you have a chance to steal this point. So, Tenacious Investigator.
That's a really hard one.
Thanks.
Just guess.
I will be saying, Steve,
Yes. You're fine. You're all right. But yeah, carry on.
10 num.
It is not 10 num. So we're going to have to open it up to the stream. Whose subtitle, which Rebel pilot subtitle is Tenacious Investigator?
Who flies Rebels?
I know.
No one's watching the game. Well, we're not watching the game anyway, back here, sorry. So, whose subtitle is Tenacious
Corran.
Investigator? It is Corran Horn, Death Rain!
Oh, nice
Well
one.
done. The stream now has more points than Steve and Ryan.
That's because they've got the internet.
They have got the internet.
And the
You're right.
cards.
Yeah, and the cards.
Yeah.
So, question 3. An Empire pilot whose subtitle is Ace
Kevin.
of... Kev.
Suntier
Suntier
Fell.
Fell.
That's the one I know.
I was
One
waiting for that as
point
well.
to Kev.
Ah.
Okay. So,
Poe's dead.
Poe is dead. We need to speed up.
Oh, what a surprise.
So,
I'm not calling anybody a cheater. I'm just saying it's a little bit spurious.
so, question 4. Which Empire pilot's subtitle is Obsidian Leader?
Ryan.
Yeah.
How runner.
It is Howlrunner! Well
Just
done,
read it as
Ryan.
well, can remember
I can
it
see
from
you had
before.
that on your card.
Yeah, it is. It is Howlrunner, leader of Obsidian Squadron. Right, so for Scum, question 5. Whose subtitle is Smooth Talking Gambler?
Ryan.
Steve.
Lando.
Lando! It is Lando Calrissian. We've found the round that Ryan likes.
I usually fly Rebels. I couldn't work
The
those
last
out.
question in the subtitles round, and is a Scum pilot whose subtitle is Notorious Bounty Hunter.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Bobber.
It's Boba Fett! Look
Cleaning
at that! Cleaning up. So the scores as
It's a bit
they
unfair, those
stand.
of us who can't read, isn't it?
Ryan, is there any player?
Or those that have got one eye.
Right. They're the same player, aren't they? so Ryan, is there any
put it in
any of
Braille.
your other contestants you'd like to be rooting for in a really patronising way, just as we go into round 3?
I think
Someone that may only have 1 point compared to your 4.
I
for
think the stream
example.
can do really well with
No,
Google by its side.
So Kev has
The chat is there.
Thanks,
Kev
mate.
has 4 points. Ryan has 4 points. And Steve has 1 point. Being beaten out by the stream.
I'm going to
on 2
Iden
points.
Verso, his last answer. and say Boba Fett.
So, should we just crack on? Should
I think
do
we
round
ought to
3?
crack on
Yeah.
because Ray ain't going to last long.
Raise So, round 3 is complete the quote.
Do it.
So this is
Oh,
it's nothing to do with X-Wing. I haven't taken famous quotes from players
Complete
around.
the tagline. Ace of what?
So I'm going to read a bit of the quote out. I may or may not do an impression. I apologise if I do.
Please don't do that.
Right. So I'm going to read a bit of the quote out, and I would like you to complete the quote. I want it as close as possible, but I might accept it if it's a bit off.
Fine.
If it's way off, probably not.
Fine.
But as close as possible. Okay. So are you ready? Do you understand the rules?
Yes.
Yeah. Remember to shout out your own name,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
Yes.
Impressions are optional.
I've just changed my name to Kevin.
I appreciate the tactic there. Very good. So, complete the quote round. Question 1. Why you stuck up?
Steve, scruffy-looking nerf herder. Oh, no good scruffy-looking nerf herder.
No, I'm going to throw it open to
Come on.
to Ryan.
No, I
and-
know it.
I'm going to throw it open to Ryan and Kath.
Oh, I do know this one.
No, any takers?
I can't.
I'm
Now
all
you've
out.
said that, it's put that in my head and I
Yeah.
can't get rid of it.
Steve, would you like to tell them?
I think
Yeah.
it's why you stuck up. I had it. It's gone. Stuck up, no good, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Can I tell you what? I'm going to give Steve a point for that because it is
Yeah.
why you stuck
Yeah.
up half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go
That's
back.
pretty good.
Since they've had a chance to answer it, I'm going to go back
Yeah,
and I will give you the point, Steve. So well done, Steve.
You need some
Thank
pity
you,
points, mate.
Yeah. It's
That
that
was
thing
a
where you're trying to think of it really
sympathy
quickly
point.
as well, aren't you?
We love the
Okay,
sympathy point.
so
Oh.
question 2 is... I'm not going to do the impression. No, I am your father. No, no, that's not true.
That's
Kevin.
impossible, Ryan.
Kevin.
Do you understand the rules?
Yes.
Can I just say that's
Yeah.
Can I say that's impossible?
It is impossible, yes. Well done. So point to Kev.
Just at this conjuncture,
impossible.
I'm rooting for you, Ryan.
I've given up on me now.
He's still got more points than you, so you could just wait for a little bit. Hang fire on the
Hang fire on the
patronism
patronising.
for a bit. Yeah.
Cool.
So, is it one of the most misremembered quotes in
Yeah, 'cause
in
it's
all of
said-
history? Yeah. Have you? A random tangent. Have you heard of the Mandela Effect?
No.
So the Mandela Effect is where there's a collective misremembering of something. So apparently, if you survey a lot of people would tell you that Nelson Mandela died in prison.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
But he
Okay.
didn't.
But he didn't. But they remembered, and they'll tell you they
Because he was
remember
at the Rugby
hearing.
World Cup final.
They
in
remember
South
hearing
Africa.
news stories about it and things like that. So
it
the
was on
misremembered
David.
version of that quote is,
Yeah.
"Luke, I am your father."
It is.
and
You're
he
right.
and he doesn't. He says, "No, I am your father."
Yeah.
Yeah, but it falls under the umbrella of the Mandela Effect.
That's really
So
interesting.
there you go. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Steve?
Question 3.
It's quite interesting. Right, question 3.
QI, yeah, I like
I'm going
it.
to do an
I like
impression
it.
for this one. Are you ready? Do or do not.
Steve, there is no try.
There is no try. Well done, Steve. And I feel your fellow contestants didn't even try.
No,
on that
Well, he
question.
said Steve, so I thought no point
He
shouting.
did. Question 4.
the right answer before you know.
Question
What
4.
kind of idiot would do that?
Be careful when you shout your name on this one.
It hasn't changed.
So, keep your distance, Chewie. But don't look like you're trying to keep your distance.
Kevin, I don't know. Fly casual.
Spot on! Word for word.
The next quote is,
Yeah.
and then it's,
Fair. To be fair, I have actually got a. We'll get
and
to
you
that
missed
later.
out the Wookiee. Just because you are the Wookiee doesn't mean
Yeah,
to say you
sorry.
can't quote the Wookiee.
Point. Stream halfway. Stream, you can have a point for that. I didn't notice the comment, so you can have a point for that. We've got a delay in the
Stream's
stream.
catching
Ben's
me up.
doing it. I like
Yeah.
it. Stream is catching. Steve is now equal with. Stream is now equal with Steve again.
Nice.
So, question 5. I'm not going to do the Yoda impression, but fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to.
Kevin,
Ryan?
go on.
Who was it?
You can go.
Go on, Steve.
Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hatred, hatred leads to suffering.
I'm going to give you that.
Yeah. It's hate, not hatred.
It is hate, not hatred. But I'm going to give you that. Yeah. But point to Steve. Well done, Steve.
Should have let me go first.
I-
So
I-
I'd have got
I-
it word for word,
I
but never
feel-
mind.
I feel
Sorry.
like,
I seem to have a super competitive Wookiee to my left.
but I always want to keep on going. I always want to keep. I'm like, fear leads to apathy. Apathy leads to sitting in
give a
your
shit.
underwear on
Yeah.
the sofa. You know, I always want to keep on going with that quote. So well done.
Apathy
Right.
leads to
So,
gout.
Apathy leads to pizza.
last question in the complete the quote round while
Yep.
they're still jousting Ray. Which hasn't taken any damage, so we're all right. But then doesn't look like any. Oh, Rasta's nearly lost a tie. So, question 6 in the complete the quote round. Just did the Kessel run in 12 parsecs. Chewbacca, how's at Han? So I'm looking for Han's reply.
Oh,
Yeah, it's yeah.
Steve. It's 12 if you round it down.
I'm going to give you that. Not if you round down. So from Solo. Yeah, well done, Steve. Yeah. And Steve overtakes Ryan and the stream. Kev has 6 points. Steve has 5 points. And Ryan Kev has 6. Steve has 5. Ryan has 4. And the stream has 3. Now, the final round.
Not last, yes.
The connections round is all to play for because... Okay, this is how the connections round is going to work. Hopefully we've still got listeners after this. I feel like this is a massive amount of self-indulgence.
Cool, man.
I love it. It's great. So the connections round. I am going to read you a question. Okay, I'm going to give you 4 answers.
And we need to go to the 5th.
No.
We need to pick 2. That's not the right one.
No.
You know this isn't a round.
Come on. Yeah, Steve.
I didn't say my name first. So,
no, I'm going to give you 4 answers.
Yeah.
If you give me what you think connects the 4 answers after the first answer, you'll get 4 points.
Oh, right.
If you give it me after the second, you'll get 3. If you give it me after the third, you will get 2. If you give it me after the fourth, you will get 1.
Okay.
He's been watching Only Connect.
I haven't. But if you give me an answer and it is incorrect, I'm going to lock you out of that question.
Okay.
So you will not be able to give an answer for the rest of the questions. So, question 1. Do you all understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Right. So taking a risk early means you might win some points.
The stream have to buy pints if we lose. Absolutely.
Fair enough. Fair enough, Ben.
Ben, that's a proper quality quote, mate, and I totally agree.
Is she this generation's
Claudia Winkleman?
No, Claudia Winkleman.
She's more voluptuous.
Carol Vorderman.
That's
I had the
I
name then,
That's
and then
the
you
one
said that and it had gone. So yeah. So
hold on. I'm just looking at Liam's dice roll.
oh, it's
Just average.
oh, please be all blank.
I bet it's on that 1 hole tie as well.
It'll be on a full health tie.
Something's going down here.
It'll be a full health tie. Just 3 crits went through. That's fine, isn't it? Okay.
So it's on the.
It's on the Jakku gun.
Oh no! It's
Yeah,
on the
on
gun.
the Jakku gun.
Yeah, go.
Right. Okay. So question 1: what links these pilots? Your first clue. Gideon Hask.
Kevin. Inferno Squadron.
Inferno Squadron is the right answer. It was as easy as that for the first question. Kevin scores 4 points. Well done, Kev.
I'm not competitive at all.
You idiot.
They're not all that. Question 2. What links the following upgrades in first edition? So we're looking at X-Wing. What links the following upgrades in first edition? Your first clue is Boba Fett crew.
I'm going to get Kevin.
Go on.
2 points.
Boba Fett was 1 point.
Was he?
Yeah, and incorrect.
Give you a go.
Okay, your second clue.
Was he really at 1 point?
I think he was, yeah. Your second clue is stay on target.
Oh, I know the answer now. Shoot.
It's not that.
No. I do know the answer now, yeah.
Ryan, is it that they were designed by a world champion?
They are cards all designed by world champions. So, any idea what the remaining 2 might have been?
Stream got it as well.
What's that
Ryan
0
gets
point
3
system
points.
that
Yeah, go on.
Mand designed? What was it called?
What?
I can't remember.
Yeah, go on.
Collision detector.
No, it wasn't. It was the other one.
No, you're right.
The
Big
targeting
red, the big red
scrambler.
button. Targeting scrambler. Yeah, and any idea what the last one might have been?
I can't remember.
So they are all cards that were designed.
Oh
by
no,
world champions.
Boshek.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so
3 were designed by Heaver.
Yeah, so Boba Fett crew, Stay on Target, and Boshek were all designed by
Paul Heaver.
Has Justin Foire hasn't done one yet, has he?
He
And
might
obviously
have done,
Sim
but I
will get a
don't.
second
Yeah,
edition one, I
yeah.
assume.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Simming.
Yeah. Okay, so question
3.
yeah. So, what links the following players? So, question 4. Sorry, your first clue for 4 points is Doug Kinney.
I have a few answers, but we'll go.
So your second clue for 3 points is Craig Reed. Stream.
Yes.
Stream.
Kevin.
Don't answer.
Kevin.
Stream. Don't answer.
They were their original country's national champions.
No, incorrect.
Oh,
Okay, so just for Steve and Ryan, your third clue for 2 points is the one and only irrepressible Rasta Mace. So Doug Kinney, Craig Reed,
Steve.
Rasta Mace.
First winners of major championship.
They are, yeah. They're the inaugural champions.
Yeah, Worlds, Nationals,
Yeah,
and
UK
Euros.
Nationals. So,
Yeah.
any takers for number 4?
Martin Wren.
What did Martin Wren win?
No, the other guy. Chivers, Martin Chivers.
No.
No, because
But I see where you're going. Yeah, so I went for the first UK System Open, which was Andrew Patterson.
Yeah.
So so they were inaugural winners
Yeah.
of,
Before my
of the
time,
event.
Tim.
It was. Well, Doug Kinney was,
Doug Kinney was
6
the
years
first-
ago.
he
He
was the
turned
first
up with
world
his ties and his Vader.
He was the first world
He was
champion.
the first world champion.
And I
Inventor.
knew Craig was the first national champion.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
And
I was
Masters
close.
The
but
first European champion.
Yeah, I should.
So
yeah.
the inventor of Fly Casual. So he
Yeah.
was the player that really
Kinney,
advocated
Yes,
Fly
it
Casual
was.
and got on
Yeah.
streams and talked about it and on
Yeah.
forums and
Yeah.
great guy, great champion, world champion. Yeah.
2
Yeah.
points, yeah.
2 points for Steve, yeah. Okay, and your final question in the final round, just to give you an update on the scores. So,
Kev's winning.
Kev has 10 points. Steve has 7 points, so you could catch him on the second clue. Ryan has 7 points, so you could catch him on the
It's all
second
over, by
clue.
the way, so this is
And the stream have 3 points. So your final question.
Kev, what's how many points for?
Which role links the following actors? Stream do not join in until they don't get it. So, are you ready?
That's
Your
dangerous.
clue for 4 points is Donald Faison.
Hi.
Or
Sorry.
Faison. We're just doing the last question of the quiz and it's close. So, which role links these actors? Donald Faison. Or Faison for 4 points.
Which what?
I don't even know who
Role
that is.
links
I know
these
exactly
actors.
who it is, but I don't know what he's
It's
been
a
in
bit
apart from the
tricky.
very obvious thing.
Linked
It's a
these
bit
actors.
And it's not going to be
Donald
that.
Faison
Yeah.
and...
No, wait. This is for 4
This is our question, not
I'm
yours.
just going to hear it. I'm not going to answer it. I want to hear the question.
Get out.
It's
Okay.
a 4-part question.
Close the door, Neil.
Would you like the 3-point clue?
Yeah.
Yes. Peter Serafinovitz.
Oh, Steve. No, it's not.
It's not Steve.
Actually, no, I was going to say Doctor
You
Who.
just said your own name.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who?
Yeah, it's not.
That famous Star Wars character.
Oh, right. Is that what you were doing?
Yes!
This is Star Wars quiz.
Steve!
That's
No.
Chewbacca then.
Right. Question.
Kevin.
Ryan,
No. Oh. Yeah, I think no, Ryan was trying to get my attention.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul! So, yeah, question. The first clue was a bit of a trick because he voiced him in Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Turk from Scrubs.
Yeah, it is. I know. Yeah.
So the other 2 actors?
Ray Park.
Ray Park was
Yes.
the final
And I
clue.
can't think of
And
the
the guy
name
who
of
was
the
in
guy who
Solo.
did
And who
Rebels.
who did the
Rebels and
voiceover?
Solo and Clone Wars.
So in Rebels, Ray Parks was the body, but the voice was the
Peter
same guy.
Serafinovitz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the guy
Yeah,
that
I know
voiced
that.
over
I know
Rebels.
that.
So Ryan,
Yeah.
he was Darth Vader's apprentice in the Wii game.
Oh.
It's Sam
And
Witwer.
come back.
Oh,
Yeah.
we played Game of Marriage.
Yes, he was getting married. Yeah. So I get to do my tiebreaker question because we're all rooting for. Steve says I'm rooting for you, Ryan, after the first round, very patronisingly, and now Steve has got Ryan. I've done it on Steve's, but Ryan has got 10 points,
Right.
and Steve has got 10 points. So I have a
You
connection.
mean Ryan and Kevin have got 10
Oh, I don't
points?
care. Yeah, I'm just too excited. Stream got it. Look,
Yeah.
Darth Maul. So Ryan has 10 points, and Steve. No,
not
Ra-
Kevin.
Oh, Kev has. I'm a great presenter, me, aren't I?
You do well.
Right, so I'm going to give you a series of Star Wars characters, all linked by one actor. Okay, your first clue is Wodibin.
I know exactly who.
Yeah,
it is.
so do I.
What's
do
that?
I know exactly who it
I can
is.
tell you the answer.
I'm pretty sure it's one of those outside my
Steve,
house.
No.
Steve,
Your
Steve,
second
Steve,
clue,
He
Steve,
knows
is-
the answer.
Wolivan. He's not
Steve.
in the tiebreaker.
Oh, is he not in
Steve.
the
What is it?
tiebreaker? You're not in the
Steve.
tiebreaker.
I know.
Okay, so we just split difference and go.
No, go on, let him carry on.
Okay, your third clue is Wold. Have you just
You,
told him
you
the
just
answer?
gave me the answer. Yeah.
I didn't. I said calm down.
With a hand gesture.
Do you know
About
this is
3.5
as bad
foot.
Yeah.
as the time that all that coughing happened
Yeah.
on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Calm down. That's what I said.
Really?
I can't answer now, can I?
Really?
Yeah.
I've put a lot of effort into
calm
this
down.
quiz. I've put a lot of effort into this quiz.
Come on, Kev, you can
So
get
it's
it.
Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
It's Warwick Davis.
Didn't say his name.
Kevin.
Over to Ryan.
No. Wheateeth.
It all starts
And
with
Wicket.
W's.
Wicket,
Yeah, they do. Yeah, all of the characters he's played in Star Wars start with a W as well. Yeah. All right. Well, that feels anticlimactic now. Steve's giving the answer away.
I didn't say it.
Out of the team. Out of the team. Out of the team. Out of the team.
You're not in charge.
Okay.
You're not in charge.
Fair enough.
But I will think about it.
You're a shit presenter, and I expect more of you, Rasta.
Oh, listen, I'll be going home and I'll be grading
So-
these. What was that, about 3-minute game? I'll be grading.
Well, we've paced it. We were like, how fast do we need to be? 'Cause we were like,
Pretty
post
quick.
streaming,
Yeah.
post jousting, quick, hurry up. So
was it-
Kev,
4 minutes on the timer.
Kev is our inaugural champion.
Yay!
Well
The
done, Kev.
Weekend Warlords,
Awesome.
Moss Isley Cantina Quiz night.
Fantastic.
Well done, round of
I
applause
really enjoyed that.
for
Yeah.
Kevin the Wookiee Bellamy.
Do I win a trip to Star Wars World?
No, you just win Star Wars World. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a
You
big
get a
green screen here
metal
at
coat
the back.
hanger.
Okay.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
Weekend Warlords.
So I
logo.
can be a proper hanger on.
proper hanger.
Hey.
Yeah. And if you win next week's or the next edition of the quiz,
Yeah.
you win Legacy
Awesome.
You got a quiz
or
legacy.
any
on.
other Subaru you'd like.
If okay. If I don't win, does that ruin my legacy?
Only if you like ride the clutch.
The stream says pints are in the
Pints
mail.
are in the mail,
They
okay.
lost, so they've got to buy the.
They got to buy the beers.
To buy the. If we'd let them answer every question, I think they would have been equal to Steve. But
Yeah.
yeah. So Kev, yeah. Did you
Jeez.
enjoy that?
It was
Yeah,
good
it's
fun.
all right.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's
Yeah?
really good.
Yeah, I like that.
So
Yeah.
we'll do that at Leia then. We'll do that at pizzas. At Leia. They've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You want some more questions, don't you?
No, I'm alright. I just come in to apologise for
Should we see if. I won't
Like-
remember all the answers.
before I played the game and I said to you all about I'd like to make some excuses about how bad my dice are going to be compared to Neil's, where it was kind of the opposite of that in this game. And how often does that happen to Neil?
Wow.
Yeah.
Right,
Apart from
dice-
the one
Apart,
hit.
we
Well,
did see
three
the three
Onto
crits
the
in
quad
it.
kick.
Yeah.
He had terrible luck. He had
I
terrible
only
luck in
re-rolled
that game,
one.
Yeah.
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 What a
I think his
surprise.
dice is all the dice.
Yeah.
They were bad. We said that, didn't we? We thought all his dice.
We were only
were really bad.
we were only through round
So,
one of the quiz
for
when
me-
we realised.
For me, it kind of
power
points
die.
at some of Ray's weaknesses.
Yeah.
So he turned his turret, which caused him to get stressed, which was my key, which
Yeah.
was my window, and just being at a position where I could make that boost. Because
Yeah.
that was always the plan,
that
was to
makes
gum
sense.
up the works and push Bobber in hard. If Poe buggered off and had done a 4
Yeah.
forward or whatever, fine. I am just gonna murder Ray.
Yep.
Right? I hung the quad jumper back at that engagement because if Poe had gone past me, that's when I would have dropped seismic and made him have to disappear. And then the quad jumper was going to come in the turn after and get whoever was left.
Yep.
But because of where the TIE fighters were and Ray was and Bobber ended up, he had
Yep.
nowhere to go with Poe.
No.
Poe's like a
You did kind of just turn in on. You just sort of turned up, lined up, and
Yeah,
jousted against
with
stuff.
Ray. I
That's when
didn't
we had
realise
to
how much
speed the
dial
quiz
was
up.
changed.
Yeah. Sorry, go
I
on.
didn't realise how much
Yeah.
the dial was changed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Was it really?
Jarred my
So-
neck
Yeah.
tonight.
it's lost 2
Yeah.
shields.
Yeah.
Right? It no longer has a 1 bank green. It doesn't have the 3 forward green like the Rebel Falcon.
Oh, sorry, the Falcon. I thought you meant Poe.
No,
The
no.
Oh, right.
4 forwards red. The rotate
Right.
actions
Four
red.
forwards red.
4
Yeah.
forwards red on.
Do you know I've not actually looked at the dial?
It's
before.
rubbish. It's really bad.
Oh wow.
Right?
Because I was expecting to do a 3-4 when Poe was there.
What happened?
The turnout's phantom limb came and moved.
Yeah, and he's just gone, shit, maybe they were playing. Better put it back. It wasn't there. And I just wanted to do the insult to injury last manoeuvre where it was like, I'm not interested in shooting you, we're all just going to let you fly into bombs. Because you said, I like a bob list as we walked in here. So yeah, bless his little cotton socks. Sorry.
Gave it a good go.
Yeah.
Sorry, Neil.
It's not 1.0 Ray, is it?
Those should have bugged out early. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. They should have bugged out early, but I think Neil played a lot of 1.0 Ray, and Neil's a newer player, so he hadn't noticed the changes on the
In
dials.
case the stream's worrying, Liam is the newer player.
Notice
No,
you
that's
don't have
Neil.
a hold on it.
Neil, his name's Neil.
No.
You alright, Neil?
Yeah.
Right, I agree with you, but Poe was a masterclass in flying in before with BB-8, and certainly now, where he doesn't have all the other stuff he used to have, you got to be so careful with him. You can't fly him like that. But with that many ships coming at him, those 3 little TIE fighters, they're really fast. That's what I like about them. And through the rocks. So I can cut lanes off really, really quickly. And the quad jump is the fret bit afterwards. And Bobber's well quick, man. You saw it was 3 turns of movement. Yeah. And I was at range 1 of both ships. And that was the plan: rush him, pressure him, and make him either turn and run with both, or get what happened. I didn't think I'd get Poe. I thought Poe was going to have bugged 4 forward. I was planning on killing Rey, and I decided to go for Rey purely because she doesn't have the health she used to have.
No.
And she doesn't have the same.
No, she doesn't have the same defensive ability either, because she's not adding that dice every time.
And basically, his first round, he spent all of his force, and next round, that with no agility, it meant 1 single evade. Because you remember before, with all the coordinates and all of that going on, you used to have Reys that would have focus, evade, target lock, and boosted all in 1 turn.
Yeah.
Look, do you know what? Right. See, I like when a ship comes out. No.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. 5 straights red.
Oh, well, I've been cheating. I didn't realise. I was using normal TIE fighter dials. Sorry.
No, the 5 straights red, and they lost the 4K.
I killed your TIE fighter.
You would have killed my TIE fighter, but you still would have lost.
You've already unlocked the cheating on stream.
Now I've unlocked it. I'm going to use it all the time. Yeah. It's like a cheat code you get to keep.
But you only get the gamer score for it once. So.
Sorry about that, everyone. I've had my old TIE fighter dials because I was kind of playing with this before Scum and Villainy come out, and I didn't even see that.
No, that's good.
So that's my mistake.
There's always this kind of stuff happens.
Fair mistake.
Especially when you're.
But so. I like a ship that's been released like this, which I don't think in any way is overpowered.
No, it's a good.
They're just a little bit of fun. They're a nice little filler ship. They had a little bit of variety. They're straight out of the cartoons.
You played against Seavor tonight, didn't you? I played against Seavor.
Yeah,
tonight.
he's really tough
really
work.
Good.
He's
really
hard work, Captain Seavor.
Yeah.
He's certainly worth thinking about. He's the one that, if he shoots or he defends, and you haven't got him in your bullseye, he gives you he spends his charge and jams you.
Oh, he's really good. Really, really good.
Give Jar Jar give Rasta the Jar Jar trophy. I like it. No, yeah. Honestly, that was my dice were really good as well in that game.
Is the jar lid a jar?
Really good.
It's not a jar. No, it's not a jar. No, that you could leave a jar.
It's a jar.
But no, it's not.
And for those of you observant ones, there might have been a couple of sneak peeks there of an upcoming product release.
There was a comment to say that the dials were
about dials.
pretty nice.
Oh, the dials are amazing. They're just out of this world.
They're all right.
Somebody else out of the team.
Right.
Well, nice to know you there, Ryan.
You don't need to threaten them with bans, because if I leave him in the team,
He says nothing for 10
I
minutes.
know where he'll be at all times.
And then he kills it with one
Have you
line.
had any
Brilliant.
kids yet, Ryan?
No.
Does he look like his own kids?
No.
Do you mean he's got youth and vibrancy?
Yeah.
Ryan, do you have any money in your wallet?
Yeah.
Then you haven't had kids.
That's not where I thought that was going.
Do you want to buy one?
No, actually, you don't even have to buy it. You want to rent one?
That's worse.
It isn't in certain parts of the world.
So when
Depends where we draw up the rental agreement.
Right, I'm out of here, folks, before the police come.
Oh my God, sit down.
if Ryan rents Sim, can then when Sim wins some at Major,
can
can
claim
Ryan
you.
go,
I
rented him?
I'm so good.
I part lease him at weekends.
No, I'm starting Rasta Mace rentals.
Do it.
Can I get a timeshare?
And the only person that's on the rentals is because you know they normally have the different types of cars. It will just be Sim. No, actually, I could have different levels of Sim. You could have like awake Sim,
Sleepy Sim.
sleepy Sim,
How much for
Barefoot
petulant
Sim.
Sim?
barefooted Sim. Oh my God, I'm going to make a fortune.
How much for petulant Sim?
I give you money for petulant Sim.
Talking of like barefoot, have you seen the t-shirt?
I want a barefoot meta shirt
Have we got barefoot men?
Barefoot meta shirts on
meta
Spreadshirt,
shirts
Warlords
with
of
Sim's, and it's Sim's skull with his hair
His
on
actual
top.
feet, though.
No.
Hashtag barefoot meta. It's great.
barefoot
It
meta.
looks great, and it's what 17 quid.
Is it the skull with
Yeah,
the top
yeah,
knot?
yeah.
Yeah, and that hair's taken right off him. John did it all with
That's
Photoshop and
amazing.
stuff. So go out there, check
out
out
the t-shirt
Weekend
store.
Warlords X-Wing page, and you will find a link. John, awesome! You will find a
We
link
summoned him.
to some awesome
soon as we-
Weekend Warlords swag.
soon as we
Get
start
yourself
talking
out
money.
there and get some of this stuff.
That means he's heard our very self-indulgent quiz
Yeah.
tonight as well. And
How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about
Yeah,
it?
the owner of the store has been listening in and not commenting on
I
your
feel
quiz.
like it was quality content.
It
that
was.
Would get more subscribers. Because we're going to say subscribe or we'll do that every week.
Between me and you, this is feedback, yeah, and it's not. There's no such thing as negative feedback. However, I would brush up on your presenting skills a little bit. Yeah, get people's names right. That's normally important,
That's
especially when
true.
we're shouting
And-
names.
just lost it at
And
the
if
end.
I was you, I'd brush up on your cheating and not be noticed.
Yeah.
I was telling him
Yeah.
to
No, you were cheating.
He was excited. He was.
Out the team.
Out the closet.
No
John.
rule questions.
No fluke questions.
John, can we
yeah.
get like a postcode for those of us
John.
that want to attend?
John, which musical instrument did Figurin Dan play in Figurin Dan and the Modal Nodes? There's your
Is that a Star Wars question?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's your musical instrument question.
Come on, John.
Dead air.
Come on, dead air, John. Do you know the great thing about John
it's
being
the
at
oboe
home?
thing.
Do you know the great thing about John being at home
Yeah.
and commenting is no one has to see his hideous face. That's one of the greatest pleasures of a Tuesday night is John's not here. Because, I mean, all of Sunday he kept coming
I was
in.
getting a drink. That's not the right answer.
You
and
didn't hear the question.
And you didn't say John.
How can you have got a drink? You don't even have a sink.
You don't even have a sink.
Do you know what I have only just got? Oh my god, I had this last week at the quiz as well. Do you know what I've only just got? Is that the stream was saying stream before they gave the answer,
were.
and they were. I just clocked that as well.
I'm sorry, chaps,
Yeah.
but I have to.
I like it.
I have to go now.
Well, thank you very much,
You're
Gary.
welcome. See you later, champ.
A champ, yeah.
See you later. Inaugural quiz champ.
Well, see you.
Drink. You were getting a drink from the toilet.
Oh, it was, he's got a sink in the toilet.
Yeah, a lot of people. Have.
Don't just get it out of the bowl.
No.
I wouldn't.
Like a thirsty dog.
Yeah.
Or at least flush it and take the.
Or at least if
out
you're going to drink
first.
out of the toilet, clip those hideous ears of yours behind your head so they don't get wet as you're leaning in. So, what? He knows.
Nothing.
He knows that I exaggerate, and he's only about
I'm only laughing because it's true.
30% of as hideous as I tell everyone.
I don't know how you get away with it.
Oh, just because I'm charming and I'm just pretty much as hideous as he is, to be honest.
Well, not really.
Everyone's hideous compared to Ash Brooks. I have to present a show where people don't just hear our voices, they compare our faces. And it's like, here's a sculpture made of marble, and here's one made of feces. Right? Basically, right? The one with feces knows big words, but the marble guy, well, he's just made of marble. So he wins anyway.
He just goes.
Yes,
That's right, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
demure.
Yeah.
I'll say that to my wife.
That's right.
Everyone loves it.
By the way, I just realised the internet couldn't see us shrugging.
Yeah,
We were
shrugging
shrugging.
on stream.
We were shrugging and showing our
Yeah,
open palms
I
a
would.
lot and going, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
see,
right.
Death Frame would. With Ash.
What, drink out of the toilet?
No! You're so behind. I'd like to apologise.
for
When I
com-
leave
it
the
was for
room, it just
comedic,
goes to pot, and other people speak, and they clearly don't have as much to input as I do. So, out the team! Go on, Tim, out. Just because you've got a coin. So I learned precisely nothing more about flying that bobberless tonight. Fly forward, shoot win. No, look, what are you meant to do with bobber, right?
Yeah.
Exactly what I did. I flew forward, I had a big engagement, and then I was in a position where I could have a second one. Otherwise I would have dropped a bomb and run away. You're not meant... Bobber doesn't... One of Bobber's greatest abilities is the fact that his engine is white.
Yeah.
Right? And you have hand gunner. So, and Marauder gives you a reroll. So get in there, be range one, have the rerolls, have like either the focus from hand, or you've already got 2 calculates and a focus or whatever. Have the big shot, tank it, drop a bomb, make it hard for them to run, shoot them effectively out of the bum, gain some range, come back round and do it again. He's really fast. He's really manoeuvrable. He doesn't need to get caught in a quagmire forever, and he doesn't operate very well at range 2 and 3 front. He wants to be range 1 front, and then he's better off being chased or creating range from the rear gun.
I agree.
So ultimately, that was exactly what you should do with Bobber, especially when you got friends. But unfortunately, Neil underestimated, I think, a little bit how aggressive I was going to be with the whole list. Otherwise, he would have maybe started making tracks the turn before.
Someone just nearly
Are you
killed
right,
Liam
Jack?
with the door.
I'm
We
fine.
just get, it's like a bus station in here, people.
Our third place Yavin player.
Yay! Somehow.
Like, honestly, mate, Bobber's fun, but he's not like an ace or nothing. You're not going to see me doing some incredible up. Do you know what I'd love on Bobber? Is barrel roll. Oh my god, I'd give for a barrel roll on Bobber.
Yeah. Well, hard one barrel roll would be ridiculous.
Just be so good. But
Yeah, 'cause it'd be a massive way of keeping
he's
the
a
range
great
on.
little chassis, and when you've got 5 ships on the board, I think there's certainly a lot to be said. Tim has said this before, that 4-5 ships is kind of where it's at.
Yeah.
Even if they're not particularly great ships, it's just the fact there's so much on the table. And that 2 dice primary with a focus, 3 dice at range 1, it all just adds up. Especially when you've pulled
really
something
does.
off luckily like that, where Poe
Yeah.
didn't have a token.
Yeah.
So I knew whatever come out of my hand,
And the games
he stood a pretty good chance of taking
the games where you're like, oh, 1 hit, no hits, and it doesn't add up to much, just feels like standard fare. But the games when you're like 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 hits on those ties.
Yeah, and I had some great dice.
It's just massive because ships can't keep up with that kind of economy.
I think what also was
defence,
shown,
and you just
early
power
engage,
through.
range 3 shot from a TIE fighter to Poe, which did a damage. There's auto thrusters for you not there no more.
Yeah. No, I'm saying range 3 is not
So
your friend.
yeah, range 3 is not your friend anymore. You're actually the friend is not taking the shot. Simeon was all on about that. Oh, he's gone for some other cards.
They're the easier.
Do you feel like affronted that you haven't won?
No,
Would
no,
you like
I'm good.
another
I
competition?
smashed the quote round.
Did you?
He did actually, yeah. Ryan owned the
The X-wing
the
round.
subtitle round.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. Steve was
Apart
good on
from
the
the
ode
Rebel
quotes, and then Kev was just a powerhouse all the way through. Yeah. Is that it?
I think that. Have we done all the necessary pluggings?
Oh, buy tickets for January tournaments. They
12th
are
and
available
13th
from
of January.
Yeah, 12th
They
and
are.
13th of January.
They are up now.
From Weekend Warlords. Steve will remember it because he gets it right every time.
Weekendwarlords.co.uk, isn't it? Weekendwarlords/shop.
Type some of that in, and then
All of us.
I'm going.
I'll be there.
I'm at Milton
Every
Keynes.
single one of us.
Steve, are you
Yeah.
there? You're there. Yeah,
I
yeah,
actually think there's
Not sure
about
yet.
30 or
Might be
40 of
working.
us
Oh
with
yeah, you
tickets.
can get a ticket a bit later, can't you?
There's a
Yeah.
lots of us.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of them.
And Charles,
It'll probably be the one event of the year where Warlords don't make up the majority of the room, even though we're bringing 40 players.
We're still going to bring 10% of the room.
There's like 600.
But they haven't sold 600
No.
tickets.
Good
But
night,
I
Vienna
reckon they'll get
Cowboy.
close to 600.
I know, but what team can say you turn up with nearly 10% of a 500-man room?
Yeah, fair.
Fair, innit? And all those people are lovely, and they just want to come and have fun and give you all
do.
hugs. So if you see a Warlord t-shirt, here's a shout out to any of you that don't know us personally. If you're ever at a big event and you're on your own,
Yes.
and you feel a bit
Yes.
left out and a bit like I've got no one and there's all these groups of people, a grey t-shirt with Weekend Warlords is your place to come and chill. If you're on your own, you feel a bit overwhelmed by the situation, just come.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, come and say. Yeah. Do you know, there's some
Just come
of
and
the
chill
best
with us.
memories from events.
Yeah,
when
it's-
we're
how we
like,
found-
this is so and so. I've played him round 1, or
And
I
he's got
chatting
no
to him
one
after
here
round
with
1.
him, and he's
going to
gonna
be
chill
and
with
it's
us.
not even a question. He's going to stay with us for
Well,
the
that's
rest of
how
the
we
game.
met
Look
Matt.
after him.
That's how we met
that's
the
what I'm
Rev.
saying.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
brilliant.
the Rev. The
brilliant.
Rev was like, I get really flustered. I get massive anxiety from the big crowds. And then I wrote a post to him saying, please, at the next big event, come and seek me out.
Yep.
And then we went, right, you're with us. And at Euros, we put a shirt on him. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And it was like, you're part of the team. Just come and be with us if you feel in any way. And we'll wrap you up in some love. And we'll have a great day as well. And you won't feel like, God, I feel... Because must feel terrible when you're in a room with 600
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
500 people, and you don't know anyone.
Yeah.
It's,
But you all
you
share
know-
the same interests.
Yeah, but what I'm getting
weird,
at is
isn't it?
it's kind of even more like make you feel lonely when there's
Yeah.
that many
Yeah.
people there. If there was
I
only
agree,
10,
yeah, and you want a group of people to say this happened
Yeah,
in my
you
last
do.
game, or what happened to you.
you need
And
to
they'll
bring
go for it.
you need to bring a coat hanger and a legacy, Ulrich. We need
Kay-
both those things
Kay said that Team Scotland's bringing 10% of the room.
by mass.
By mass,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Totally.
And can I just say, I appreciate that you said mass and not weight. That I've got a special place in my heart for that. I
Have you
quite like
really?
that. Yeah.
You're a weird little thing.
I am, aren't I?
I'm right there with you, Tim.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yep, totally. But do you know what? It ain't so deafening when you feel like I've actually got my own little group, and suddenly all those other voices that are in that room fade out a little bit because you've got people that are talking directly to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rather than everyone's
Yes.
talking around you
Yeah.
or at you or just nothing to do
I
with
hate
you.
it. One of
There
the
you go, Ben
worst.
Lane. You all looked after me at Beanie, which was my first regional.
Brilliant.
We should all be like, do you know what? Steve wrote something in one of his blogs once, and it was about that there's another person on the other side of the table, and like we mustn't forget that. We got to
Yeah.
remember that this isn't brain surgery. It isn't saving children's lives. It's playing X-Wing, and that people have feelings and emotions, and generally always gaming has been frequented by those that maybe struggle a little bit more with certain aspects of society. So let's try and create a gaming society that is safe and welcoming and fun for some of those people, because there's enough of us in the community that aren't troubled by those problems. So let's get those people together and share out that ability to deal with it to those that don't have that ability. And those people that don't have that ability to deal with that, trust me, you'll learn something from them, and you'll realise they have something to offer you that you're not good at.
Yeah.
They'll enrich your life somehow. So I can't honestly say any of those people that we've been in contact with over the years that we haven't become then long-term friends, and they haven't enriched our lives in some way.
So Clone 1205, which incidentally is my favourite of all the clones.
That changes every week.
No,
I've
it doesn't.
noticed.
He can confirm that his first time at Yavin absolutely sucked because he went on his own.
Well then, bro, your next time at Yavin, like I said, come find a grey t-shirt.
Yeah.
Just come and say, you guys are Warlords, and I want to come chill with you. I'm on my own. Is that okay? And we'll all give you a big hug. And there's always a corner where we all congregate, eat some food together, and get to know some
do it.
new
Just
people.
talking about community, right? You know Matt, the Rev, right? Who's now part of, he's one of us, one of us, right?
Sorry.
He recently, and he'll be fine with me saying this, he recently went through a breakup with his wife. So he's moved back to Stockport where his parents are. Now he's, we call him the Rev because he's a reverend.
He's a vicar.
Right? And what he's doing for his own welfare, if you like, and the money to come in and so that sort of thing. Hold on.
One Love Pie.
He is creating a gaming church.
Yep.
Excellent. Awesome.
Right? Now he's passionate about it, and he's really worried about it because he's like, well, people are going to be bad about
Happy
me
Christmas
being
and a
religious
Happy New
all
Year,
that.
bro.
And we're not. We got no judgment in the
No,
Warlords
not at all.
whatsoever.
No.
We rib each other and we poke each other.
Yeah,
and
but it's
all good.
equal, isn't it?
But when it comes down to
Why
it,
are they my
what we want to do is we want to just encourage people to be themselves and achieve things that they can't really achieve on their own.
Yeah, totally.
You've got a say in, haven't you, about being
Yeah, if so, kind of like the team motto is, if you want to go far, you go together. You want to go fast, you go alone.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. The experience is magnified by the people that you spend the time with, not necessarily the results. So we've certainly been to tournaments where none of us have won it or been up there and had incredible times. But do you know what I'm saying? So it's not ultimately about the end result. It's about what you manage to achieve with your free time. And if that is, I've met some new people, or I've just spent a fabulous weekend with some lovely people, you're a winner.
Yeah.
And if you kind of get that in your mindset, everything else from that point is like a blessing. And you should look on it as that and like give thanks and go, I've been blessed with a win as well as I've had an awesome weekend. And made some, look, I'm 43 and I've got more friends at 43 than I ever have had at any point in my life. And that's a blessing. It's as simple as that. People enrich your life, not things.
Yep, I agree.
So,
absolutely right.
I completely agree. I have to admit, I knew exactly the sentiment you were going for, and but I did not hear a word of it because about halfway through, Ash opened the door into Liam's face.
Oh no, he's such a sod. Why are you always in my way?
Sent him spiralling into 2 fold-up chairs and a ladder, and I could not. I'd forgotten that Liam was there as well because he's definitely silent.
Are you upset by that? Because of his good looks.
I know.
If it was anyone else, you'd be like, yeah, it pissed me off a little bit. But you just can't with Ash, can you? Because you go a bit weak at the knees. It doesn't matter whether you're a man, a woman, an Apache helicopter.
Or you just
see
face
him
smashed into a door.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah. PJ, I'm glad you had a great weekend, and that's testament to our community, even though you was alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying that as a team, we certainly would encourage anyone that feels like they want somewhere to chill or want to come and meet us or want to come and just chat with us, we encourage that.
And also on a kind of like a competitive nature as well. We are competitive. We like to win.
Yeah, of course we are.
We all want to do
Who
well.
doesn't? That's human
exactly.
nature.
However, if you come over and hang with us at a major event, then you know, and you're new to the game or you're not doing so well, we'll pick you up and we'll teach you,
give you a little pep talk,
and
give you a little bit of advice,
give some advice, and just be better at what you want to do and what makes you feel good.
Yeah, we've got this one girl in the team that is really good at X-Wing. Yeah. And then
she was out in America not so long ago, wasn't she?
She was out in America. I played with Man 6 for Swiss wrestler. Yes, I know, brother. I know. It was like it's the game that I still recite to everyone about that System Open, and it's the one of the games. No, in fact, it's the game I most wished was streamed and caught on video, because it was probably the single best display of me flying Dash Po in history. I never flown.
It's nothing being being self-indulgent.
No, but that was going. It was just like, because I am amazing.
Do you know what?
No, it
Mr.
wasn't
Brown,
that.
thanks for playing me. I was awesome.
We had an amazing game. No, it was. It was one of those games that you want.
I think I know where Russ
captured in history. Yeah. No, it was. I'm well proud of myself, and I'm not. I am.
I thought you were going to say because he put me in positions I had to get out of. But you're just like, no, I was just amazing.
No, it ain't going where you thought.
I was one with the Force.
I was
one with the Force. With me.
I was one with the Force. He was running PS11 NIM or PS10 NIM.
Yeah.
PS10 is it Tirani?
Oh yeah, I've played
right?
PJ,
and then Jospero.
Yeah.
And I had a PS9 Poe.
Yeah.
And Dash.
Yeah.
And Poe was ridiculous. Yeah. Poe killed everything. Yeah. And I think he shot 1 torp at Dash. So not taking the torp shots like that. No, we're ignoring the. Don't do it, Steve. Steve, don't open the box.
Keep going.
Steve, don't open the box.
Yeah, see?
No.
That's
Steve.
what happens. What
right.
Is he doing?
This is
Weekend
happening? Warlords Fly Casual Tuesday night stream signing off.
No.
I have been
what's he doing?
Tim Marsden.
What's he doing?
He's opening YouTube to see the chat.
But there is no chat.
There is.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Why?
We found this out halfway through. You didn't need to do all this. I could have got you there really quickly. But should we call it now?
No, let's just see what
he's
going to do.
Can we do it just as he finds it?
Why? What is he trying to find?
Because there's about
Captain
there's about 3 hours worth of comments to go back.
So any one of you listening on YouTube,
that's
there's
better.
Jarrett Gray, Captain Rex, Aliens, Venomine, Paul Bridge. That's just the first few we can see. Josh Ince. Thank you very much for joining us.
Aliens live in me.
Oh, okay.
We did
Aliens
that
Levine is better, right? Change your name. For those of you that are on the YouTube, we haven't had the YouTube chat up. Really sorry we haven't name checked you or said hello to you or maybe answered the questions you've been putting up.
Even Josh Ince got the N1 Starfighter right in your quiz.
It's a good job we couldn't see YouTube, isn't it?
You missed it. Josh, you're out of the team apparently.
It's a good job we couldn't see YouTube because otherwise you'd have had all the right answers on screen. YouTube, thank you very much, Twitch, because you played by the rules. YouTube just did not give a. They're one of them. They didn't give one of them.
Stuff.
They were just like, "Here's your answers." They were like, "Calm down, Ryan.
Yeah,
calm down, Ryan," and made little hand gestures towards the floor.
Not making a little hand gesture for the shortest actor in all the trilogies.
Oh God, do it. Aliens Levine. Do it. Change it. You know you want it. You know you're going to think about it. You'll have a little dream tonight. We're in it. You change your name on the internet, and it's going to freak you out because in the morning your name's going to have changed, and you'll be Aliens Levine. I like it. Maybe he'll become like a famous musician.
Like Avril Lavigne or something.
I was thinking that as well.
Arvel. Levine.
Arfon.
Arfon Levine.
Arfon
Change your name to Arfon.
Just Arfon.
Yeah, just Arfon.
It'd be great if he comes back in and says, "It is Arfon."
It is Arfon.
Right, so
Yeah, cool.
thank you, Steve,
Thank
for
you.
commentating. Thank you,
Well,
Tim,
we
for
just did a quiz.
commentating. I know you did, but I ain't been here. Thank you, Ryan, for your awesome game earlier and smashing up
Yes,
the First
thank you.
Order. I'll give you a fist
Yeah.
bump, holding it up for the rebels.
Yeah.
Resistance.
My only dreams are about stomping waffles.
Low-key crack.
Is Callum?
It's Callum.
What, you telling me you don't dream of bin cake? Come on,
Floor cake.
no, it's bin cake.
Floor cake.
No, because you have to adapt floor cake
wish I was off
into a Brooklyn Nine-Nine bin cake reference.
Oh yeah.
I think it.
Do you watch Brooklyn
I
Nine-Nine?
love Brooklyn
Nine-Nine is
Nine-Nine.
amazing.
Noise.
Yeah, noise.
Cool. Right.
Yeah, cool.
Love you.
Nine-Nine.
Like I said, sign up, log on, do all those things, and get yourself a T-shirt if you can. And if you're coming to Leia, we'll see you then. If we don't see you at Leia, and we're not going to see you on another stream, Happy Christmas, Merry New Year.
Yeah.
There will be another one
Yeah.
going next week. I
Yeah.
do believe we've
Yeah.
got another week before
Tim's
Christmas.
not here next
And
week.
you don't
but
have
I'll
to
be-
listen to me next week. You get
I'll be back in the chair.
I've powered all of my
I'll be here
shouting
as
and
well.
Yeah,
enthusiasm.
so
into
it'll probably be me
this
and
week,
Ryan next week.
so- Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Well, good night, everyone. Thank you very much. One
Yeah,
love.
Good night.
Yeah.
Bye.